Hello there, everybody, and welcome to session 61 of Fathoms Below. I am, of course, your DM of Doom. Oops, all brands here, or World Tree Quests on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today, we have got my lovely and amazing 4/5 of cast. We have got just Kyle. We have got Diamond quality cosplay. Diamond? I said that's so weird. I'm so sorry, Pat. Diamond quality cosplay. We've got Lawless Aries cosplay, and we've got Madness Diamond. Madness Dad. So I did it to Pat. I had to do it to you as well. Like, I wouldn't be fair, you know? Yeah, it's our first session back. We've been away for about, I think it's been just shy of a month since we last played. Just shy of a month.
Something like that.
Something like that. So, it's nice to be back. Nice to see all your faces. We don't have Selkie here. Selkie will be back some point late March because they're doing theatre stuff, which is fun. Have fun. We'll see you soon, Selkie. On to housekeeping. Starting off housekeeping the way we start off all housekeeping right now because the world's on fire and we like to just revel in it. Fuck ice. Fuck you and everything you fucking stand for. Suck dick. Fuck your face. Do not like you. Yeah, we here at World Tree Quest we entirely stand on the logic and principle that you cannot be illegal on stolen land, that the ice is just a step away from a certain group of Germans from the 1940s. And if you agree with anything they're doing, if you agree with any of the practices they're undertaking, if you agree with the administration that's telling them to do it, and quite bluntly, you're a cunt and we don't like you. Fuck off and politely fall into a landmine. Awesome. Fantastic, thank you very much there. Yeah, basically, World Tree Quest, very left-wing channel. We have a welcome space for everybody here, regardless of ethnicity, nationality, cultural identity, sexual identity, gender identity, or the way you take your fucking eggs in the morning. We don't really care as long as you're not fucking cunt or support ICE or that administration. And if you do, there's the door and I hope it fucking hits you. Anyway, can we remember what the fuck happened last session, guys? Diamonds went through like 4 different emotions in one swoop.
Listen, I gave it a moment to think of could I remember, then went nope, no touch.
That's fine.
A lot of things have happened.
A lot of
in
things.
life.
So
a lot of things have happened.
We started with the initial discussion of what to do about the primordial essence of the now deceased title, and eventually coming to the decision to grant it to Primordial and have him become the true, fully fledged primordial of the storms. Kyle just had like a really weird like zoom in.
Oh, my camera's been doing this lately, so prepare for some unintentional but sometimes very good acting of the camera just knows the point I'm looking for.
Yeah, Kaimapir is Vord, his brother's orb.
Yep, which means that Taito is well and truly deceased, not coming back.
Okay, finally. Yeah. So we had the whole orb conversation. Yeah.
We've had the whole conversation.
The orb was pondered upon. Kaimapir nom-nommed it. Became the true primordial of the storm. Is now on the power level to rival the elder primordial.
Yeah.
siblings?
So he was kind of sent to the deep as like you're the kind of like whippersnapper of the primordial entities. Now he's he's definitely not quite up to like the Alnun or the Hamlanu levels, but he can throw down with some of them at this point. He's definitely at a level that he can rival like Kriegos.
Yes. So we had that whole conversation. Kaimapir, upon us basically watching him eat the orb, was like, I will grant you a boon because you had a part to play in this whole shenanigans. You can either have one wish spell as a party, or you can have a small or boon granted to each of you. But before all of that, Architeuthis got found out to be a double crosser, and then also had his pact broken, and is now going through some magical hangover shit and character development in the strangest kind of way that only someone who used to be a warlock and is now probably going to be a wizard can go through.
Yeah.
I'm so glad my character's magically stupid and doesn't have to do that. I've never been so blessed to be magically stupid in my life. Luce almost killed him.
Yeah, Luce almost killed him.
Almost killed him with a forehead flick. One of my grand accomplishments.
The moment when you realise you fucked up. I'm a warlock. I can take a bit of a beating. Now I'm a wizard. Flick to the forehead. Ah! Like that.
Don't ask the barbarian to do anything that doesn't involve possibly killing your wizard on accident. This is why the one she's dating is undead. And so Feather's still in the necklace. He's supposed to come back tomorrow, or whenever tomorrow happens. We then deliberated how this wish should be used. And a couple of things have been tossed out there of like, hey, maybe we don't wish away all of our problems because that might cause more problems. We do have gods and primordials and entities who have bounties out on us. We are on many a shit list. We are just a bunch of misfits trying our best, and yet we end up on the shit list. For the plot, for the story, for the bit. And from there, we end up going all in different directions. Architeuthis as a way to, not be smoten. I had a nickel every time. I was smoten by a god. I don't want to have 2 nickels.
We're getting there.
I don't want to have
If I had a
nickels.
nickel for every time as a DM, I've actually had the ability to smote a person as a god. I'd have 1 nickel, and I want more.
I don't want it to be my party. Fuck around and find out on the forming. That makes more sense. So Architeuthis, in order to, keep his tentacles intact and his life in his body, is going to copy down what he remembers of the ritual of how to bind a primordial, because we're gonna fucking need that.
Yep.
And so Architeuthis and Marisol went off to go do that.
They took Feather with them as well.
And because Feather's in the necklace, Feather was in fact basically ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies. Luce and Reaver decided to go visit the orphanage, and Luce found a Sicalian child who's a little weirdo, and was like, what if I made you my little weirdo? What if I gave you power? And her response was, I'm going to behead everyone. And Luce is like, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we teach you life skills first, because you might be a better politician than me one day. I shall burden you with a glorious purpose. That's not gonna be mine.
And now you're a princess.
It's like, what if I could just make you a princess? You can do that? And then all of the attendants were like, can you do that? Well, your last name is Glimmertide. We're not gonna ask questions, we're just gonna listen. And then Reaver also has a cool new thing on his arm, and we'll eventually find carvings underneath the giant wrapped around chain that is basically his life story with Luce, so that in case he starts forgetting shit, it's there.
I'm so worried of what I'm forgetting next because it's been such a long time. And the first hit was impactful to plot, but not impactful to game, if that makes sense. So what's it going to be next time?
Who knows? The story knows.
I've got
and
plans.
then there you go. From there, we then kind of fucked around and found out with how does this new arm attachment work? In basically QA testing it, the only way these 2 idiots can. From QA testing, Reaver then went to, I think, bed, because it was nighttime-ish.
He went to speak.
Range
He went to speak to Echo first.
Yes, went to go talk with Echo because Echo went and did Echo things. They had their heart-to-heart. Reaver no longer has Echo's heart inside them, which is actually funny.
They had their version of "Do Not Stray Far from Me."
There you go. And then Luce went to go just check out that room that Moradin was hiding out in beforehand, that he was definitely not supposed to be in. Found an elf with a magical clipboard and a lot of tasks going on, because Luce found the infirmary and was like, I can lift people. I am the strong. How do I help? And Homeboy was like, you're literally nobility. You're slumming it here. And she's like, it's recent. Let me help you. Also talk shit about my uncle and my cousin to me, please. I enjoy that. And is basically making herself useful until she eventually goes to Betty by time and joins the rest of them. That is what happened on last episode, to my knowledge. Anyone else fill in your bits? We have also not decided if we want the wish or if we want the items, or the feat, or the other small boon that's personalized. So
we did successfully replicate that scroll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scroll was successfully replicated. Architeuthis was successfully able to craft his grimoire, which means that he's officially a wizard.
Nerd.
What else were we able to do? What else did we get done? Yeah, I actually had noted down that we were ready to take a vote on if we were going to do the smaller boon or the big wish, and then as you said that, I went, where are we? So
we are in
we had a
yes,
deadline.
because it's the morning. The point is, we're gonna be waking up. Well, those who can sleep will be waking up.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we were able to push back the deadline so that Feather could be there for it, because Feather is technically part of the party. Like, Feather is part of the party. So yeah.
He's just
which I don't get how this happened. Because every single one of my D&D parties has now just kind of done this thing where they're like, oh yeah, we have all these like really cool NPCs. Yeah, they're all part of the party. You can't take everybody with you all the time. Yeah, we can.
We didn't take Oraku with us.
What part of Fellowship do you not understand?
If you don't want us to take cool characters, stop making cool characters to take.
We didn't take Prince Tonic with us.
Right, I'll give you that one. Prince Tonic was cool as shit. I like that.
We didn't take the crazy axolotl gremlin alchemist.
Didn't take that one either.
What?
I don't want
you
that
mean
one in our party.
alchemist?
We don't need that one in our party. We have too much chaos going on. That one would be a war crime waiting to happen. We would have more bounties on us. We dropped Shelly off with Drift / Adelan.
That was mostly because Shelly would die.
I really love the fact that they're still up at the chasm, just kind of like hanging out with Shelly, just every now and again, be like, "You want to go get some plankton? You like krill?"
Len sitting there like, I was a king of my people. I was a true hero. I fought primordials.
Do you like TikTok?
And now I'm a babysitter. Babysitting my great times infinity granddaughter's friends.
The really, really funny thing is that every time I think of Shelly, the only thing I can think of is like sincere and not creepy, but would you like to know a Pokemon fun fact?
Oh, I'm going to give you this rent-free. Until we had Drift reinvert into Atalan, I was concerned leaving Shelly with Drift, because I still was like, Shelly might be a bit weird. Shelly's looking for some weird. Shelly might be pseudo-villain, like Darth Jar Jar Binks canon theory level of maybe.
Oh my god.
But I need you to know, for the canon like character, Archie hates Shelly on one aspect, not like a but hate for the embarrassment they gave him, because he was being hunted by this worrying problem predator that Egg was like, there's something coming after us. He gets an entire bar ready to fight or die against him because he's ready to protect the party, and then this fucker shows up and I'm like, you
so
anticlimactic
funny.
little bitch.
Do you guys like plankton?
And he's like, I'm just a little chill guy. And I'm like, you are the crux of my stress.
The crux of my stress. That's my job.
Exactly.
I love that the one thing I was sitting on for so long was it was a secret subrace of Carcharodines that are just vegetarians.
They're just little dudes.
It's just orcs without anger issues, that's all it is. It's just orcs without anger issues. Okay, so with that, we come to the next day. As everybody is able to wake, as a new light has passed, what's the sleeping arrangements? Just so I'm aware. Reaver not sleeping, understand. Echo doing their nap on, nap off, nap on, nap off, understand. Architeuthis, you would probably be given your own quarters, or you could hang out in the library and be one of those wizards that sleeps wherever they fall asleep in a book. That's up to yourself. Luce and Marisol, same room, different rooms?
Same room. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Always like to double check. Always like to double check. Okay.
Yeah, no fair.
Quarters.
And they were roommates. I mean, just put them in the same bed.
Luce is
Where is the
Marisol's
surprise
pillow.
here?
Yeah.
Luce has nice pillowy biceps, so.
Yeah.
You said pillowy b, and I went, please don't.
Biceps.
Biceps.
Emphasis on bi.
I love how the thruple of why did I do I love how the thruple I love how the thruple of the party is all just danger bisexuals. Not even remotely anything else, it's just danger bisexuals. Right, cool. In that case, who do I want first? Architeuthis, I want you first. Right.
Okay.
So Archie, where do you sleep? Do you sleep in the quarters you're assigned, or
I'm in my quarters.
You're in
Whatever
your
quarters I was given, yeah.
Okay, so the quarters you're given are fit for a Sicalian. As a reminder, Sicalian rooms tend to be spherical. Because, tentacles mean you can move on pretty much any surface. So you're not really limited so much to a floor, ceiling, walls kind of deal. Sicalians also sleep in, it's more akin to like a pod than a bed. Just a space where they can kind of curl up inside. So coming up out of that, a fairly simple breakfast has already been laid out for you, like undersea plants, some maybe ocean bottom critters, like some kinds of sea slug or something, has maybe been left there if you do like a kind of meat option, but a basic breakfast is there for you. The undersea equivalent of toast, bacon, eggs. Don't ask me what the undersea equivalent of eggs is, okay? I've not thought that far ahead. Just, it's raw, right? You've just been given fish eggs. So what's first on Architeuthis' beginning of the day?
After eating, it's going to be straight to the library.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's going to be straight to the library. I'm looking for texts on potentially subverting divinity.
Subverting what, sorry?
Divinity.
Subverting divinity, i.e.,
how would I go about taking out a primordial?
oh, right, how you go about killing one. Okay, no need to look for that. upon destroying a Primordial's form, the only way to destroy a Primordial is for something to take its place.
Well, I guess more so I'm looking for like anything that would give me an edge in a fight against a Primordial.
Right, you're looking for something that will harm a Primordial, that will make it do something that'll be right. I understand you now. Awesome, cool. It's going to be a high DC on this one, buddy. Just very, very rare text. Who knows? Maybe it's in here. Roll me the investigation check.
Okay. Let's see what we get here. God save me from roll 20.
I know. Roll
17.
20's dice roller has been weird lately, guys. They did do an update on it. So if I know some people prefer to use the dice roller, if it does go fucky wucky, a reminder, you are welcome to use your own dice.
I don't like having to do math in real time.
I get you, bud. I get you. What was your
That's
total?
my idea, buddy. You just yell numbers at me.
What was the total there for you, bud?
17.
17. Okay. You don't find anything about that kind of information. You find some text about Primordials. You find some texts that were written with the kind of idea of like you know like almost like a theological discussion kind of thing, you know, philosophical quandary about Primordials and their state and their existence within the material scape. But you don't find anything that references how weak or how strong they are towards certain stimuli of damage. What I will say to you is, if you give me just a moment till I find the particular notebook that I need for it, I can give you a bit more information there. Just give me just a second.
For sure.
I did not anticipate needing this piece of information at this moment in time, so I now have to find the notebook that it's in. But I do know it's in a notebook somewhere. Is it in... Do not laugh when I say this. Is it in my Little Mermaid notebook?
Why would we laugh?
That's
That
the
makes
Fathoms
sense.
Yeah, of course.
There's a method to my madness.
Is it the Magnus?
No, I'm not a fan of Magnus. I prefer Strongbow.
That's fair. Now, do you remember, always drink responsibly?
Unless you're Scottish, at which point you've been drinking responsible for several years now. Oh, the notebook's right at the back of this thing. Because I tried to organise them, and because I've organised them, I forgot where I put them. I'm smart. It's down at the bottom here somewhere, isn't it? Yep. Here we go. Found it. Little Mermaid notebook that's got all the original notes for Fathoms in it, because the opening song of The Little Mermaid is Mysterious Fathoms Below.
Ah, look at that.
I'm smart. Yes. You notice that all of these papers that are written with a specific, idea of like theological or philosophical discussion on the Primordials are written by the same scholar. The name of that scholar is Arnaud Gilliard.
No Gilliard, so that's gonna be... Excellent. Okay. Are there any library attendants?
Yes, there are.
Alright.
Not many, but there's a couple floating about, yeah, that you can speak to if you wish to.
Alright, I'll float up to the nearest one.
Okay.
You there, hello. I am a friend of the Glimmertides.
Okay.
I wanted to know if you happen to have any information on this particular author. I've seen his name pop up a few times. Gilliard?
Oh, yes. He's a very prolific scholar. But he has been missing for quite some time. I think he became like a recluse.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know his like last known whereabouts?
Yeah,
where did he reside?
his family home is like right outside of the capital of Deep Heart.
Capital of Deep Heart?
Yeah.
That is very, very helpful. Thank you. Yeah,
See you all
academic
making, I can see you all
such-
making that face. Like, do you not remember the name of Ariel's dad?
Yes.
Dude, that's why we're making the face like, wait a minute.
Wait a
I know
minute.
that name.
I told you there was going to be a link.
It was okay, but it was Gilliard. You said Gilliard.
Yeah, because that's what it looks like. You guys heard it
Okay.
said. He's not hearing it being said. He's just reading it.
Yeah.
See, guys,
I see the Shawshank reference.
I'll fuck with your senses all the time. Like,
This is very good. Thank you very much. Tell me, do you happen to, within anywhere within the establishment, keep spell components around?
oh yeah, we have like there is a storeroom next to where the alchemists usually keep all of their stuff. There's plenty of stuff in there that you can look for. There should be a quartermaster nearby if you need to speak to him.
Thank you very much. I will seek that person out.
The quartermaster will be like a really crotchety old Sicalian.
Oh, then we'll have a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
Why, are you also a quartermaster?
No, I'm an old Sicalian.
Oh, okay. It must be a Sicalian thing.
Yeah, that. Oh my god. All right.
you are a millennial. Yeah. Architeuthis basically just got told, "Okay, boomer."
I'm going to swim away now. Thank you for all of your help.
Okay, you have a good day now. Yeah, that's right, Gen Z. You're represented in these campaigns too.
Fucking kids.
Architeuthis is like new favorite foe. Gen Z. Gen Z merfolk. Okay, so you want to go and then speak to the quartermaster?
Yes. That being said, as I do this, I pat my pockets down and realize I am shit for cash.
Well then,
I might have to. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get chatty with this quartermaster. Okay. Cool.
All right then.
Yeah, let's have this conversation.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to jump to one of the other party groupings while you're on your way to the quartermaster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Luce and Marisol, then I'll come to you, Reaver, okay? Because I do have something for you. Luce and Marisol. I'm going to say you guys are both going to wake up to roughly the same kind of thing. You can hear somebody moving about in the quarters that you've been given. The quarters you've been given are a bit finer because, you know, Glimmertide, right?
Yeah.
And you can hear somebody moving about inside your quarters.
It's kind of that moment of like loose snuggling, and you just be like, "Can you just throw a spell at whatever's moving around, so we don't have to get up yet? Can you just kill it quick, so we don't have to get up?"
Yeah.
Better not be cruel.
I'm just gonna say really quick. Okay. If you don't want to get hurt, you should leave.
And a voice will come from kind of around the little wall, and kind of like the it's like a study, but there's not really anything in it. And you'll just hear, "Well, I'm in the middle of organizing, so can it wait?"
Oh, Feather's back. Is that
All
Feather?
right.
Yeah.
Oh! Come to bed!
But I don't sleep.
Go bed. Come to bed.
I can't believe you want to divorce me before we're even married. All right. Well, I will just suffer, I guess, and just fake
Do you
dramatic crying,
right,
like
roll?
boo-hooing into Marisol's shoulder.
Does blackmail count as intimidation?
I can roll for it if you want.
Fuck it, intimidation.
Oh.
I guess I'll roll him. Do you want to give the help action, Marisol?
I absolutely do. Are you kidding me?
Does this world have a Blanche Dubois? I remember witnessing it.
I got a 17.
Okay. With disadvantage, Feather comes in with a 13.
Oh.
So you just hear a kind of, and then the soft thud of things being placed down, and then Feather comes around the corner, and he just kind of does a thing of like gets onto the kind of like a sleeping arrangement on his knee, and just kind of like flumps in the middle of you both.
Incredible.
You know, you could like bring your books to bed with you, right? Like,
He'll kind of write
Dude.
himself.
Yeah,
he'll
we-
kind of like write himself and be like, I really can't because, well, I need to focus on books.
it's easy. You just read out loud.
He gives you a look, which is basically just, oh, honey.
Intelligence of 11.
Does Luce's lips move when they read?
Yes.
And he will. he kind of just chuckles a little bit, and then kind of settles in, rotates and cricks his neck a little bit, and then will. A phylactery is a very good way to avoid serious repercussions for damage, but I'm always really stiff when I get out of them. And he's like, you know, like you can hear like his neck like cricking and stuff as he moves it. But eventually he'll settle back into a place between the pair of you. Aw, the thrupple's first time all together. Oh, it's cute.
Aww.
Yeah, he did get poofed back into the phylactery right after it happened.
Yeah.
Because somebody blew up a prison.
Malif is Malif.
Malif is as Malif does.
Yeah.
So after a bit of relaxation, after a bit of like just, you know, being in each other's presence again, the entire romantic grouping all being together again, what's the first steps coming out of here?
Luce is telling the two of them about any side comments or gossip she managed to hear about her uncle and cousin
Yes.
from working in the infirmary, and also is very intrigued to ask Feather how an arcane clipboard works, and like describing it in the most like, I don't know what this is, but it was glowing and it seemed to do a thing and it seemed cool.
He will go through the point of basically explaining it's a very simple, literary glyph, literary enchantment, which would basically be an alphabet of glyphs stored within the face of the slate, and then as and when things rotate around, these glyphs move in to form the words that's there. And then sees Luce kind of like, and he's just like, imagine if people made slidey alphabets.
Yeah. So basically while we're getting ready to go do whatever we do, Luce is just giving them the hot gossip tea on the state of the asshole in-laws of the Glimmertides. And just anything interesting I might have overheard or learned from my time helping people. But also is regaling them with the story of the very interesting Sicalian girl who Luce is going to try to make a princess.
Kind of like,
And
so I get the guilt for apparently trying to divorce you before we're married, but you can attempt to adopt a child when one of us is currently living in a necklace.
Wasn't adoption. It's basically just, she's like a ward of the Glimmertides already. It's just she's a ward of one specific one now, because she seems to be made of chaos. And if left unchecked, she might become a villain.
My love, do you know what a ward is?
A child whose progress reports get sent to me, and if someone bullies her, me and Reaver go do intimidation tactics on children / teenagers.
that sounds
Or much bigger than
that sounds
her.
right to me.
He's going to turn. Feather's going to turn and look at Marisol and say, "We are now parents."
A little sooner than I thought it would be, but that's exciting.
To be fair, her first reaction to "what would you do if you had power" was, "I shall behead my enemies."
It's fun.
Hold on. He can't hide it at all. He actively smiles I may be slightly more okay with this than originally.
Oh, she adores Reaver. She was all about him. They have some kind of bond. So it's either she becomes our ward or she becomes Reaver's ward. And I don't know if I trust him with a child yet.
Yeah, that was the
Because-
right call.
I think Reaver would make a better cool uncle figure than I don't want to put the burden of parenting on him yet. Maybe when he's older. He's still a baby Rekborn. He's not even been a Rekborn for a full year yet. So maybe when he's 100.
That sounds more appropriate to me.
I agree.
So, do I get to meet this child that we have apparently adopted?
Oh, absolutely. We should probably go check on her. Make sure she didn't use her newfound powers for forces of machinations of evil and shit. Also then, you guys can try and figure out if maybe she's got magic. Because I can't tell that. But, also, my daddy snuck out and is off doing probably illegal shit again. Yeah. Moradin is as Moradin does.
That does seem very on par for your father.
Yeah, he did make an entire spy network.
It does, but I wish we had less criminals to keep track of.
He'll be fine. If he dies, I'll just mourn him properly this time. But he's off to apparently find my mother. She's the one you actually got to worry about. She did some kind of magic to extend her lifespan. Apparently she cheats. The magic way. So, that'll be interesting.
I forgot about that tidbit of information. She cheats.
She cheats. So yeah, you guys will probably have more in common with her than I ever did. So that'll be fun whenever you get to meet her. But yeah, we should go grab food and then check in with everybody else, and then we can go meet Amira.
Yeah.
Amira?
Amira. Remind me, one other thing to remind me. Last session, when I gave you what name did I give you for your aunt?
I think you did give me a name. I don't remember what name you gave me.
Cool, because I've got a name written down here, and I'm fairly sure it's the wrong name. I'm pretty sure that I have given a name that is just... It was a name given to a throwaway character, and I've mistaken it for your aunt's name.
Well, I've redacted it from my memory already for you.
Does the name Talea ring a bell?
Nope.
No? Okay, cool. Then I did give you the wrong name. Okay, cool. Whatever name that was given in the previous session, it is now scrubbed, because that's a DM mess up. So as a brief retcon, your aunt's name, as in the blood relative, not your uncle Votul, who's a dick. Your aunt's name is Talea. That's spelled T apostrophe L-A-E-Y-A. Talea.
L-E-Y-A?
L-A-E-Y-A.
I'm assuming her last name is Glimmertide.
Yeah. You would take the higher ranking family's name within Deep Elven culture.
Gotcha. And she's currently in the Misted Ocean. Last time anybody heard from her?
She's in the Misted Ocean because of her practice as a healer. So she's there because they have weird magic in the Misted Ocean.
Understatement of
Cool. I just wanted to double check that part because I was looking at the name that I had written down, and I was like, that doesn't sound like the name I originally gave her. So.
And she's the older sister of Moradin, right?
Yes, she is the older sister of Moradin. Moradin is the middle child. They had a brother who was the slightly younger brother than Moradin. He is since deceased.
Okay.
Which is why your cousin Neris is a dick. Because it all comes from his dad. Righty. So, with the information being filled in, you were saying that you wanted to go and find Reaver. Is that what I was hearing?
Yeah.
Correct? Hearing? Yeah, cool, awesome. So, Marisol, while Luce goes to find Reaver, are you going with, or is there anything that you want to do?
I think I'll go with.
Okay. Then in that case, Feather will go with as well.
And Marisol has the necklace still.
Yes,
Even though
Marisol was the last one in possession of his phylactery.
Well, now it's just a cool necklace.
I think Luce is actually looking for Groan more than Reaver. Just out of habit. Groan is usually around somewhere. Ink or duck. Ink or boy.
Ron should be with you two, sleeping on you like a puppy, because it was like, go goddamn.
Yeah,
never mind.
Groan will be outside of the quarters now.
Yeah, because that's what it's like when you're like something's moving, like, Don't shoot Grown, please.
My baby boy. Yes. We are going to reconvene with our dog. With our good boy. With my nephew. The first nephew. And then Luce is just gonna go up to Grown and just be like, I'm gonna scritch you. And then just basically floops his eldritch abomination face. And it's just like, alright. Take us to Reaver. Wherever he is.
This really is just the Scooby-Doo gang.
Yes.
Polycule.
Who knew Grown was a traitor?
Then as you guys leave to go and find Reaver, I'm going to go to Reaver now. Reaver, you don't need to sleep.
Nope.
You just have to do at least 8 hours of a non-strenuous activity, which involves sitting or like, I would say like walking around a studio flat. I wouldn't call that strenuous. So I would say
Yeah,
that
like light activity. Don't do
light
anything
activity.
exerting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are you doing at this moment in time?
Cool. If you didn't have something for me, I have body horror chaos for you.
Awesome.
Step 1, I'm going to find 4 of the strongest and most artisanal crafters I can here.
Okay. So there are 2. So of the craftsmen that we have, does it have to be? Is it like particularly smiths, or is it just
Nope.
crafters in general?
Crafters and people with a lot of muscle.
Okay, cool. So of the crafters, there are 2 dragon turtles in employ.
Mm-hmm.
There is a fairly sizable West Sea merfolk who's here. Is there anybody that's big? Not really. So good news and bad news. There's, by technicality, he is big, specifically for his species and his age. There is Neris. Strength modifier of +4.
Fuck it, we'll use Neris.
Okay, cool.
In fact, this is even better. I can use him as... Yes. No, I know who he's going to be in my plan. Excellent.
Okay, cool.
So I want to get them together, and I have a request for the artisanal crafters. I need a way to make something swing underwater.
A way to make something swing.
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna be difficult.
The other option is I need something that they can move in a direction quickly, or like changing the speeds of it. If they can't do that, I have a third option in mind. It's good.
So they can do the second one, but it's potentially very dangerous. Because the method they would use to do it would be the force that meets it. It absorbs that force and expels it.
Yep.
So then, as soon as you flick,
Okay.
as soon as you flick whatever it is, it will just it'll essentially become the juggernaut. Once it picks up enough momentum, it will not stop.
Okay. Then what are their artisanal crafts? What do they do? I'll ask them.
So I have 2 smiths. I have somebody with the other one I have is a stonemason.
Okay.
So we've got smith tools, mason's tools, and Neris has glass blowers utensils for some reason.
Okay, this could work in my favor. I'm going to ask them, do they know what cogs are?
It's underwater.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they would know what cogs are.
Okay. I want them to come with me to the battlefield, which I'm still assuming is a graveyard of wrecks.
It's been
'Cause it's
being
like-
cleared out, but essentially, but yeah, bodies of Wreckborn are being put into a pile, not like just chucked haphazardly into a pile. They're
Yeah.
trying to move them in as one piece as possible, but as Wreckborn usually tend to fall apart upon death, they're just kind of falling apart.
Yeah,
So it's just very quickly becoming a pile of just bric-a-brac.
sure. I would like them to find as many cogs, gears, wheels, and rope as they can.
Okay, rope is going to be a very easy one. I'm not even going to roll for rope. You'll find loads of that. Cogs and gears, knowing what they are is one thing. Finding them here, you might get. I tell you, you might get lucky.
That is my hope. I'm expecting maybe at most 3, but I'm
Roll
looking
me-
for like ship, wheel, cogs, stuff like that.
Roll me an investigation check. And we'll go.
What a time do you want to drop dead?
We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
0, cool. So 14.
14. So 14 out of the out of 5 groups of 4. 1 to 4 is 1. 5 to 8 is 2. 9 to 12 is 3. So grouping 4. So that'd be a D10. Okay. On the D10, I rolled 2. So you're able to essentially find 2 large cogs.
Do they fit together?
Yeah, they seem to be from the same wreck, therefore from the same Wreckborn, so their teeth do seem to mesh in very well.
Cool. I'm now going to use sand art because clip art doesn't exist in this world. And I'm going to basically take some rope, the 2 cogs, put them on the ground, and I'm then going to take off my own arm with the one that attached, put it beside them. I'm then going to try and draw a pulley system, which is going to attach to my shoulder bone, where the 2 cogs will lock, like this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to flex a muscle that will turn this cog, then turning this cog, which will then pull rope, which will then pull me towards the chain attached to the harpoon.
You want to create that. You want to create essentially a scorpion chain. Either I get over here or I'm coming for you.
It's basically, I'm making the next part of, I'm building I need to retrieve the harpoon or go to it.
Okay, right. I get you now.
Because if I fire the harpoon, I currently have no way except for me going literally hand wrap, hand wrap, hand wrap, hand wrap, hand wrap to get it back.
Okay, so then what I'll do with that one is I'll roll the crafting check. Oh, this dice likes Reaver. That's a nat 20. Nat 20 plus the proficiency plus the... I'm gonna call it intelligence for building the design and putting it together. I was about to say I'll roll for advantage, but it was a nat 20. With these 2 smiths working together, they're able to put their heads together and find out a way to do this. And they do it in a way that works pretty seamlessly. Or, well, they say, yes, we know of a way this can be done.
Then I'll let them build. Like I imagine that will take time. And then
Okay.
once they're done with that, if they finish that within 8 hours, the next request is take the harpoon head and make it so that it can't come out of something.
Okay, that's...
I'm going to shoot it into something and it's not coming out unless and then I will show them Spectre form and me like going through a box. Like, I can make stuff go through. I don't want it to come out unless I do this.
Okay, that's a much more simple thing. That's just turning a normal spearhead into a barb. So,
Yeah.
that one I'll give advantage on. Smithing check. That's another nat 20. That one was actually rolled with advantage though. So that was originally a 12 on the die, then another nat 20. So with that, I'd say you're getting 2 pretty pristine condition works here. They are quite lucky with the pieces they find. And what I'll say to that is, you can now, like, bring the harpoon back to you. We'll call it a bonus action.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Cool. I'd say over the course like 4 or 5 hours, they're able to put this together.
Okay. Any questions from Neris then? Is he doing things like? Is he just going to be petulantly quiet the entire time?
I think Neris is more just like, as he watches this happen to you, he'll kind of come forward, examine it, and be like, "So, if you don't mind me asking, why not just use like a normal harpoon launch?"
What do you mean?
Why do you want to be attached to something that you're shooting to kill?
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to get so close because he's pissed me off before. And I view him as problematic with like his older diplomacy. Go, so cowards can't escape me. That's why it doesn't come out unless I choose. Also, and I'll point to like some of the bigger corpses. If they're big enough, I'll ride them like a mount.
Okay, I think there's one part that you're missing here. What if they're not cowards?
Then we fight to the death.
Right. What I mean is, there are several deep sea predators that rely on things like this. They bite and they grab on and they don't let go. So there are several creatures down here that have evolved that if they get bit and the thing doesn't let go, they can detach the piece of their body and escape. What if you fight someone who's not afraid and they just take their arm off and leave it behind with you?
I reload.
Okay?
The only way forward is forward for me, Neris. There's no contemplating. There's no tactics. It's I kill it or it kills me.
Fairly limited.
That's why I have allies who are smarter than me. Sometimes they need a blade. That's where I come in. But I still respect honor.
I think the world could be doing with a bit less honor.
Why?
My dad told me a story about a knight. A very famous knight. I don't know what it's like up on the surface world, but down here, if somebody's accused of a crime, they can solve it by trial of combat.
We have similar.
Okay. If they're not much for fighting, they can nominate a champion to fight for them. So this knight, his liege lord is insulted, and he says that he'd like to bring the insulting party to justice. The insulting party was a wandering sellsword. So the sellsword, after being captured, says he wants trial by combat. The knight steps forward. "I'll be your champion, my lord, easily." And he upholds himself with great knightly honour, and he respects the rules of a proper knightly duel. But the sellsword isn't held to those same standards, those same lofty goals of honour. So he cheats and double crosses and backstabs at every moment he can get, and eventually the knight is floating away on an undercurrent, drowning on his own blood, and the sellsword gets away with barely a scratch. honor didn't help that night. Sometimes honor is a hindrance.
I see your take. I feel like I may have misspoke my words there. Honor outside of combat matters. Combat is combat.
I've got more truck with that.
Like, the honorable thing is not to punch you in the face. But if we start a fight, anything goes.
Okay. I can understand. I can get behind that. Yeah.
And that's been the difference. The only one that I know of are trial by combat. Only those who are within it can do it. I was something called a pirate on top. Only pirates can do that trial within each other. I can't go up to the common folk, as you would call them, and go, "Oh, you spilt my beer." Trial by combat.
Well, down
I
here,
would simply just...
down here, if an offending party, it doesn't matter of their status, they can choose trial by combat. But if your trial, if you're being accused by like the lord of a small village or a small town, and you challenge him to trial by combat, you're allowed to nominate a champion to stand for you. So chances are he's going to pull out one of his biggest and nastiest guards or fighters or something like that. No noble is going to shift themselves to fight for the little people.
I can think of a few.
Well, then they won't remain noble for long.
See that one? With the softest like attempt of the smile.
Anyway, do you need me for anything?
I mean, if you want to test your might, you're more than welcome to once this is finished. I need target practice.
I have patrols to see to.
I thought you might enjoy throwing rocks. Okay.
He will laugh a little bit, take a couple of steps, and then just put his hand up and say, "I'm past my years of throwing rocks." And as he does that, his sea drake is going to come by, and he just kind of clenches his hand at the right moment that the stirrup of the saddle comes by and holds on to it and is carried away.
Is my harpoon loaded, or is it just the weight at the end?
I would say it's loaded at this point.
Damn! If it was just the weight I'd have shoot him. The most shit post I'll give him is I'll just track him with the arm and then wave him goodbye.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go find something to practice on. But when my rest is over, I'm then gonna start basically like moving, shooting, reloading, and basically teaching my muscle that doesn't exist, muscle memory of I want to flex this, the strength I have, then I'm gonna start doing the winding,
Okay.
so I'm then used to it for combat.
I would say up until the point where Marisol and Luce and Feather find you, by that point you've probably got a solid connection between your thought of reload and the cogs and everything actually moving to do what they're told. I would say you've got a solid method of it down.
Okay.
At which point Luce and Marisol and Feather would find you. I do want to jump back to Architeuthis and do the Quartermaster, and then we'll come down to that one, okay? Architeuthis, you make your way to the Quartermaster. Quartermaster. Grumpy, crotchety ass, old Sicalian, okay? The guy has 7 tentacles and 1 little nub. His Sicalian coloration was at one point maybe like a vibrant red fading into like a pale pink, but it's kind of greyed with his age, like in the weirdest way. Have you ever seen what an old octopus looks like?
I've not.
Okay, they kind weirdest thing to say, right? Because even when they're underwater, they kind of look crispy. They kind of look dry. So that's imagine if his Imagine if his body looked like thin paper. You know, it's got that kind of look of texture to it. He turns towards you, kind of squints his eyes a little bit, and floats up to the counter, still wearing his Order of the Scale armor and such, but it definitely fit him better when he was in his earlier years. As he floats down and plops himself down at the window. Can I help you?
Hello, Architeuthis Mari, friend of the Glimmertides. I've heard that there were potentially spell components under your purview.
Yes, we do have spell components, up to roughly around about the level of a 5th level spellcaster.
I see.
But, what particular components are you looking for?
I was wondering about the presence of diamonds in particular.
Okay, we do have a small collection of diamonds. And he will kind of turn around one of his tentacles, reaching very slowly up, reaching around like a basket and pulling it out. And as it comes down, there's 3 raw diamonds inside this thing. And he will say the diamonds are of solid quality, roughly around, and he'll the price that he mentions roughly translates to about 500 gold pieces per diamond.
I see. Do a little math there. This would be very helpful. I was hoping for something a little longer term, though. Thank you. I will be back. I'm a little light on resources at the moment, but this could be very helpful.
Okay. I cannot promise that they will be here when you come back.
Is that so? How many wizards do you have floating around in this building?
Not a lot of the scholarly magic types, but we do have a fair few healers, and some important people tend to get brought here quick enough that we can, bring back.
So I'd be taking away potentially from someone's revivification or resurrection.
It is really the only reason that we have diamonds.
I see.
Is there a particular reason that you want the diamond?
I'm trying to protect myself against divination.
Okay. It's not quite as useful, but I do have something for a lesser price.
And what might that be, good sir?
He will swim off, and he comes back with a small box, but you big. Right? Opens it and sets it in front of you, and it's a gold ring with a purple carved amethyst in it. Say, a trader ship sank roughly 30 years ago or so. This was on one of their fingers. As is the protocol, cast Identify, detect magic. This protects from the idea of scrying and mind reading and the whatnot. So it's called the Ring of Mind Shielding.
I see. And how much would this particular find set me back?
It has sat here for a long time. I could see to parting ways with it for 300 gold.
Okay. I will get back to you. This is very useful. I'll come back around, thank you.
You're welcome.
and I'm gonna take my 10 gold and leave. And see if I can meet up with any of the others. See if I can track anyone down.
Okay. I would say if you ask people for like directions and stuff like that, you can eventually find where everybody. Oh, he was last seen here, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And everybody can kind of come together. What I'll do is I'm going to jump and do Marisol and Luce and Feather catching up, and then you can come in just very slightly after them. So Luce, Feather, and Marisol are able to find Reaver, fairly easily. At which point Feather will just kind of smile and wave to show Reaver that he's out of the necklace. And then
He's back to body.
and then he will look at the arm like, you've definitely had some upgrades.
One of us has to look prettier.
Oh, you're the prettiest of all of us, really.
Yeah, most definitely.
There's
So
going
is
to be
that
a kid like Glee goes, just shoot the wall and let it like embed, and then you're gonna hear like the arms gear and grind and then pull me into it.
Feather watches you do it, then kind of like, do that standing on your head.
Back to form, go back, invert myself because it's swimming, it's easy, and then upside down fire it, do it.
Now do it. Spinning in a circle without aiming.
No, there are people around I don't want to shoot. But I can do it, and I'm just going to spin my torso.
Seems like it will come in handy.
Did that come off, or is this like an all the time attachment now?
What do you mean?
Like, are you just always going to have a harpoon gun on your arm?
Why not?
I suppose it could be intimidating in situations where intimidation is not necessarily our intent, but I suppose those situations are few and far between at this point.
Marisol, you are the sweetest and most adorable among us, as far as I can tell. Maybe you've not noticed it. Maybe it's because I'm used to it from where I grew up and like this upsides. There is not one single place we've walked into where my existence alone has not been terrifying. People look at Wreckborns and see waiting to rampage monsters. I don't think, and I'm just going to wave the reloading arm, is going to change that.
There. I suppose I see you very much like Luce sees you, which is admittedly more personable than I suppose the average person who sees the giant metal man.
You're gonna get very much the hundred the two thumbs are like, yeah. While just wielding like a harpoon loading itself back in as you could hear in the gears grind.
At which point now I'd say Architeuthis can end up joining in with him. Luce, is there anything that you wanted to say?
Luce is just gonna say to Marisol and Marish, and this is why we do not let him have children for at least another 50 to 100 years.
Oh god, yes. Maybe 200.
Never know. He might find someone between that time.
Feather will look at them talking, then look back at Reaver. I should probably learn how to speak Marish.
One of us should. It's not gonna be me. I get distracted too easily.
I'm gonna float into the room. Is this a new person?
We've met just more vocally than physically.
Oh, my stars. Hello, Architeuthis Mari. Pleasure to meet you in the flesh. Thank you for your consultation yesterday. That was very helpful.
You're very a description of what you see. Quite tall, very. I'm not gonna say skinny, as if he's like, you could snap him like a twig, but it's very much like a swimmer build. There's definitely not like hulking biceps. There's a certain amount of musculature, but it's very, very lithe, very wildcat, not tiger.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. Long, shock white hair. Bright, like that necrotic bluish green color eyes, and kind of like a cross between casual and robes. So like short sleeves, but without like the wizard hang. And the top of the robe kind of hangs kind of like a similar length to like Matt Mercer's cardigans down to like knees, and he's got like cloth trousers with a pair of like decent quality leather boots on. He looks like an elf, but he does have that kind of like greyish pallor to him, of somebody who's notedly undead. But he will kind of like extend a hand to shake yours. Say, you can call me Celia or Feather, whichever one.
Sounds a pleasure, Feather.
So, with you all here, I feel it pertinent to bring up. Do we know what we are doing with Kaima Purius's offer?
I mean, you got two options. Either y'all gotta agree on how to spend a wish. It might spell bad news if it's used wrong. Or we each get something special. That would be for each and every one of us. Which is why I wanted to make sure that you were here for it, because you are also part of this group, and you also get a say. You are one of the brain cells. You're one of the two brain cells. So.
Do we have any ideas of what we would be requesting if we were to choose a singular wish?
I don't think anybody agreed on anything.
I don't think we've come to a consensus there.
Not a time
We've
limit.
thrown around a lot of ideas, but, such as getting Reaver out of their latest pact. There were a couple people we thought we might want dead. All the things that feel like they could backfire incredibly difficult, in incredibly unfortunate ways.
Generally, a wish without weeks of preparation is a bad idea.
Yeah, we don't got weeks. We got like hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Minutes? Yeah, we got a pocket full of hours and a handful of minutes to make this choice. So it might be better if we just each pick something for ourselves and go from there for this time. And we can get another wish from the almighty Compyrus in the future. If he's feeling so grateful and or needs us to do something of grand regard again. Doesn't involve us fighting another fucking Primordial. It would be great.
Well, do you know what you would be requesting?
Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. Marisol?
Are you asking me to say what you would want or what I would want?
We're going around the circle. Make a circle. We're going around it. What would you want if you got a personal request from the dragon?
It is a hefty thing to want. My initial idea would be components for revivification, in case any of us were to go down in battle. As many as he felt would fit the level of boon he was willing to grant us, but I also wouldn't be opposed to using some divine intervention to get some answers as to why I hear a clicking noise every time I hold that bident.
You don't have to Biden anymore. I do.
But Marisol
I could still ask.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I'm
Yeah.
asking. I'm like asking. No. Next to it. Could you still hear the clicking?
No, it's only when I hold it from what I remember.
Okay, that was a wait. Is this lore thing? Is Brand DM'd? You're like, wait, we learning something?
Serious ticking noise.
Oh
Did you forget?
no!
Okay.
I'm
No,
just
this
saying
is Brand just being like, Kyle likes to look at every little detail. Let's fish with his head. And I'm like, stop. I worked out Adelan months ago.
Didn't tell me.
No, I definitely didn't message any lore thing.
Okay. Write the word yet into his Little Mermaid journal and starts planning chaos.
It's in my mermaid book.
Yeah.
For the mermaid.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Architeuthis? What would you request?
The first thing that comes to mind, because I'd like a permanent solution to this. I worry about retribution from my former, I'd like to be permanently under the effects of a non-detection spell.
Okay. That's very serious level magic.
Do you think it's too far to the purview of the singular of the individual wish?
I mean, sorry, this is a brand thing. Quickly double checking the level of a spell.
I'll build
The
it.
third level.
You realize that gives you. We can't find you either. We
I
can never
wasn't aware.
communicate to you. If you go and travel, we can't contact you.
We just have to get him a sending stone.
I have no intention of running away from you, Riva.
I would find you.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
You would not need divination magic to track me down. I'm very much aware of your skill set.
Correct.
I'm not
Very.
referring to like you running away. I mean like we have some grand campaign before us, apparently with nobility and chaos. What if we have to send an envoy and party separation? Like say we send you as you are poor friend choices. I can't say much, but intelligent. What if you go on a mission and we try to contact? We can't then contact you.
Okay, so above table. Sorry to interrupt there. Above table.
Oh no, I'm just filling air for you. Like
Yeah.
please.
So
Yeah.
there was a spell in 3rd edition and eventually moved over to Pathfinder called Permanency. And it literally was for things like this. A certain spell could be made permanent. It does have a cost to it. So first off, you need to cast the spell that you want to be made permanent first. Then you need to follow up with permanency. And making the spell permanent costs an amount equal to learning the spell, the amount of gold you would spend learning the spell, times 10. So you're saying that you would want to, it was non-detection, which I guess would be
3rd level's 1,000 gold to learn. Thing.
Is that what the spell's called? Non-detection?
Yes.
Yeah. Third level. So third level is how much to learn that?
Is it 1,000, Kyle?
I think it's 1,000 because it's spell scroll. Because I think it's 50 for first level, 250 second level, 1,000 is 3. No, that could be wrong. It's 500. It might be 1,000. Oh, it's in that range area, and then you times it by 10. That's a chunk of change.
Let's have a wee quick look at this here, just so we can get this totally sent down. Class features, spellbook, preparing casting spells, learning spells. Okay. Copying a spell into the book. For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold. So it would be 150 times 10, which would be 1,500 gold pieces.
Oh, am I thinking of spell scrolls?
You might be thinking of spell scrolls.
Don't say anything about spell scrolls. I can just see here.
Oh no, this is me and my puzzle. Like, I remember something being very expensive to do with wizard spells. You do your own thing. I'm now going to investigate.
I think like a 9th level spell would be quite expensive. But yeah, that's how much it would cost you to do this.
Reaver, I wasn't aware you trusted me enough to send me off on solo missions.
I'm giving you benefit of doubt for now. I have backups if needed, and I'm just going to wave the arm.
Kind of figured that's what that was for.
No, that's a bonus. I genuinely, if you think you matter that much, that I'd make this. Not yet. But you do deserve a second chance.
Thank you. That means a lot hearing that from you.
With that note, Reaver, what would you ask for?
Power's the usual one, but I'm pretty good at making that at this rate. Trouble I also make in equal measure. I don't know. Something to do with furthering my own strength. Or making myself a backup. Like if Marisol's asking for power being on the ability to bring back people, why not carve it into me? If I break, someone else can come back. I build myself back up. No, Luce, I'm not meaning like, I die completely. No, I'm saying while I rebuild, I can rebuild someone else. Like, I can, like, say, I don't know, Feather accidentally hits Architeuthis with the old zap zap. I don't know what magic's called. And Architeuthis goes down. Instead of his soul going into a phylactery or that, I can maybe catch his soul, and for a day, I can keep it safe while it rebuilds. And then we can cast, like, delaying their death to the sticks or whatever you want to call it. Try and keep them alive. Use me as a living phylactery for someone to be safe, so we don't have to, like, you remember how we almost lost Malith and Ariel in that minute? What if we could delay that? That's an option, but these are grand thoughts. The other answer is I just get even bigger and stronger, but if I go all in on killing, what if I can't just keep someone safe?
I mean, magic's weird. Maybe that's possible.
I'm just used to building things, and I'm just gonna stay like. There's that Gideon seeing the contraption working, because he's not intelligent about a lot of things, but he knows how boats work.
It seems like we have more of a solid idea about what we would want individually, rather than what we would want as a whole. that may be the better option.
I think you're right. Much less daunting and much less likely to backfire, I think.
Alright, well, I think we got that down to pat, maybe. Feather, what are you asking for?
The only thing I can think about I'm fairly resigned to life beneath the waves for the future. I think I would want I want Ariel's family home.
I mean, we can just go take that. It's empty besides his daddy.
Yeah.
Visage in the basement. So we gotta go back to Deep Heart eventually anyways, so we can just do that. I don't think you need to ask Architeuthis for that. We're basically like, I think I can probably just give you that by making like a nobility decree or some shit. Or just asking the visage of his daddy nicely. And being like, your dad and my mama used to run around and cause trouble together. Here's a nerd who would take very good care of your library. Who I love very dearly.
Not even married, not even crowned yet, and nepotism is already here.
Do you want the Gilliard estate or not?
Yeah, I do. Then I guess in that case I would just ask to be able to breathe underwater and not be such a slow swimmer.
You don't breathe.
But one day, hopefully, I will.
Why don't you just ask him to turn you into a sea elf?
Because I like that I'm a winter elf. I don't want
Is
that
there-
to change.
I wonder if there's like a... You know, apparently I got cousins on the surface who are wood elves, I think, maybe.
That would make
that's
sense.
what's
I
up for-
think sea elves originally spawned from
Yeah.
wood elven interaction with merfolk. So
Yeah. My family likes to fuck around and find out and cause new genetic lines to happen.
above the
as
table, yes, they fucking do.
You put me in this family!
I thought it was funny.
This is your lore!
You said to me, you just didn't want to be. You said to me, you just didn't want your parents to be secretly villains, and I went, bet. You didn't say nothing about being a secret princess.
For anybody who didn't
As a
know,
girl in the village doing alright.
right? Princess overnight.
And it's the really funny thing because of all the characters that started this, the one you would have immediately thought of being like, oh yeah, definitely secret princess, was absolutely not Luce.
Luce, who's just really good with dead things and has an intelligence of 11 and very little people skills. Nobility. Yeah, no. And she's just gonna say, it's like, apparently I got relatives who've been fucking around and found out since the beginning of time itself. So, like, I think it just... That... Fucking things you probably shouldn't fuck to create new things. And then, like,
Well,
the machinations of the world. And then hitting shit.
from the basic understanding of what I know about your family line, I think the weirdest one is that currently one of your, like, fourth cousins is married to a drow, and he's the king of the wood elven homeland known as the Varden Vale.
Is that the one with the magic axe I'm gonna go and steal? Whenever we have our honeymoon on the surface.
I don't know anything about a wood elven magical axe.
Oh. Well,
Not me sitting going, Luce cannot get Hagsbane. Like, she can't get Hagsbane, it can't be allowed. Hagsbane is basically the wood elf version of the Leviathan axe from God of War. Like, just a boomerang axe.
yes. X. X go swing. X go chop.
Axe go chop chop.
Chop, 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 chop.
But no, look. I think that there's just a way to do it to where you could be a combination of a winter elf and a sea elf. It's gotta already exist, probably. If not, we can make it happen. You know weird magic shit. You ask Adelan. He probably knows. He probably was responsible for something. You know, that old geezer.
You.
You have no idea how close you came to one of the big plot points of this entire campaign.
What?
My shitpost is just that while we joke about Luce having a harem, Adeline actually has a fucking harem, and it's why there's so many variations of sea elves.
It didn't have a harem, but it had an official engagement and then a non-official bride.
Harem.
Does two partners a harem make?
I don't trust you only had two.
I can't believe the thruple is genetic.
Oh, it is. You haven't seen the forming.
So who's your other parent then? If the thruple's genetic, that means your parents had a third.
Yeah, it was probably Gilliard.
Ew.
That's the secret part of this entire campaign.
They were swingers, most likely.
That's the secret part of this entire campaign. Is just that every single person who is running around like, who's my parent? Who's my missing parent? Oh, your missing parent is actually just an old Cajun crocodile man.
You know what?
Gildas is just everybody's missing
Gildas
parent.
Gildas could. I would
I
be
thought
fine
yours was
with...
the Gilliard's one. That's why I was like, so who's yours?
Yeah,
Oh no,
I also...
Gilliard is like, nah. He had like one, got a kid, and went, I have done my biological job. Now it is time to study my books.
I have 2 children, and I've done my job. I'm going to read 2,000 books instead. Now, life though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would the obvious third be if there was a third between Luce's parents.
The bad answer is homegirl who got mutated into the siren song monster.
No, no, not her. Far too scholarly.
Oh.
The really obvious one, while being.
I
Do
have
not
a
say
thought-
Coldo. Do
Yeah,
not
that's what
say
I'm thinking.
Coldo.
No, it wasn't Caldo. Probably Priestess Chira.
See, that one I'm okay with.
Probably.
I'm okay with that one. She's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch. I'm okay with that one. Heart breaks my heart for Gildas though, because he was in love with her.
Which is just
Yeah.
oh my fuck, which is just another wizard, fighter, cleric thruple.
It's been ordained by history.
My god.
Destined.
This shit, oh my, right, no, this isn't
And
funny
it's-
anymore.
Cheats to extend your life. Burdened by nobility. Death priestess.
This was
So
not
this is now
intentional.
becoming a religion line.
This
like,
is not.
you got
This
the-
is like a. This
yeah.
is like a cult. This was not
Yeah,
intentional.
correct.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. Awesome. I love it. It's canon.
This is how we should post.
Okay.
So yeah,
so
you
with
gotta
that
pick. You gotta pick a different wish. Like you gotta pick a different thing. I can just give you the Gilliard estate and all the shit inside of it by asking nicely, probably, and then you don't need to breathe currently. And if you do, there was that mountain elf guy who was in a suit with his underwater wife at the tavern.
Yeah, but I don't want
Went
to
to.
spend the rest of my life in a suit.
Why not just do the same thing that Architeuthis want? Just cast water breathing. We could buy them in fucking potions topside, and then just make it forever. You read books and stuff. Like, you're telling me you can't make a little magic trinket spell that, like, kids cast.
Then what do
Celia,
I?
kids
then,
cast it.
Then I don't know what to choose. I don't have anything I really need. I need.
How about some tougher bones?
It kind of looks a little bit exasperated, and then just kind of like points to Marisol and Luce and is like, "I've got pretty much everything I need."
You need to be a little bit more durable. You got the hit points. You got the health of a catfish.
Okay,
Love it dearly. But you
that okay. Then that's what I'll do. I'll ask for some armor that works with this.
What an underwater gym membership.
Underwater pure gym.
No, it's aqua gym then, rather than pure gym.
Aqua gym.
turn the twink into a twunk.
Yeah, that'll get more help.
Yeah. So then he goes from being a wizard to being Aquaman.
No, he goes from a wizard to Marshall.
Maybe I'll just ask to be taught how to use a weapon.
Yeah. That'd also be handy.
He's gonna.
I could also
He's gonna look at.
teach it.
Teach me how to use one of those fork things.
Fork?
Yeah,
Things?
the big fork things.
The
Right.
trident?
That. That's kind of like a
okay.
staff, right?
Oh. You're the smart one. You're one of the smart ones of us. All right.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask for a good stick. He seems so excited about the idea of like I'm going to ask for a good stick.
Luce, I need you to know the look Reaver is giving you is I'm gonna beat him with that stick. Like hey, I'd rather load a weapon. What am I? Chopped liver? We've been traveling. I've taught so many people. I am so angry. Just yes.
Luce is just gonna pat Reaver on the arm and like, I know, it's all right. Which hand is your grumble hand for Reaver?
Right, because the left is all the machinations.
I might just ask to be able to do what that hand can do. 'Cause you can do like a shocky shock, can't you? But like weapons.
Luce's wish. I wish to be magically okay. I just want the shocking grasp cantrip. That's all I want.
No, I know what they're referring to. They're referring to the giant strike. Like that, yes. That's not from the hand. That's from lessons I learned from Grumble. I'll teach you those to make sure you get better at it. We can teach you that.
Well, if I wish for it, I can speed run it. Then you can teach me more, and then I can be more efficient.
Couldn't we
guess yes.
just buy you a good stick?
Feather is slowly losing the will to live as people point out the plot holes and the wishes.
You know, there's
that
a
he
whole
wants.
there's a whole armory like in this very building if you wanted it.
There's also a whole armory in the house we're gonna go collect.
That also. There's probably also really cool shit. I mean, we looked through some of it.
We did.
Oh, I'm gonna have a smile. Don't you want your buddy back, Feather?
What, buddy?
If Brian wants to remember this, by all means, but I'm going to make sure. So, for those who don't know, Feather had a little friend. Because the crow's nest wasn't funny without a crow in it. Feather's going to call it a raven, I understand, but it's a crow. And that's where he'd sit, with his little bird, reading his books. Which I didn't realize was because he was going to kill us all if we didn't be near him. But anyway, you know. I'm shitposting you, summon us, crow underwater.
Oh, Feather's familiar.
If
Yeah.
you're talking about my old familiar, that would not make sense here. Plus, I have a new familiar.
You have a familiar?
Who's your
Yes.
familiar?
He will. Oh, give me 10 minutes and starts like pulling out incense and like starts like lighting underwater candles and shit. And it's like, just this'll take 10 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. He's gonna he's gonna start ritual casting Find Familiar.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
gonna
imagining they're like those magnesium flares that still burn underwater. They're just bright as shit.
Yeah.
So, Marisol, this is how you wind up Celia really well. You point out the little things that like he likes that little perfectionism in him. So he likes that quiet moment. If you really want to just point out the little things you forgot, like those one little details, and then he's gonna have to grandstand and show off, and it just works every single time. Now I'm telling you this because he just insulted me and said he'd learn from a god how to use a weapon than me, that two's backstabbing bitch. Use this as often as you like.
Noted. Okay.
So what are you guys doing over the course of 10 minutes?
Teaching Marisol how to annoy Feather.
Cool. Loose.
I'm gonna just once again, I'm gonna just start complaining about the fact of like, to Architeuthis, it's very much of course, if I have fucking nobility, I should probably use it. If he wants a fucking estate that's nobody lives in but a gator croc person, very attractive. He's from the surface. He's very cool. He was a big old scaly creature for a while. He's got real nice accent too. And he just hangs out in there. But no, and there's just like this magic man who lives in the base, and it's full of shit. And like, he's the parent of a dearly departed party member we had. But like, oh, and you're just throwing around your nobility title. Of course I fucking am. It's what I'm supposed to do. Like,
So it sounds like you're moving in with roommates in that case?
well, like, no, okay, so
We
somebody
wouldn't want to kick Gildis out.
right, he lives there. That's his house. I mean, we need to ask him permission, but he was friends with my daddy, so like, and like,
It just
they
had
used
a
to go in, like,
it just had a place in it that if Gildas was in the deeper parts of the ocean and he had to change back, he could.
yes. There's like this airlock in the basement. Apparently, like no water can get in it because he's still like he's an air breather and not a water breather, unless he's in scaly form. And so like, it's his little hangout thing. So he lives there. That's his home. So we can't kick him out. But like, basically granting Feather access to all of the other stuff in it. And then there's the Magic Man, but he's like a magical memory bank that he created of himself. I don't know. It's weird.
So he copied his own personality onto some
I believe the
projection
word
of himself?
my dear is looking for is simulacrum.
that
Oh,
one.
simulacrum. Yes, I'm familiar.
Just from Cicalia, all you hear is just thank anyone who's listening that someone knows that word.
Meanwhile, like, while all this conversation is going on, I'm just gonna be gently nudging the candles around and incense around Celia. just gently, just like moving them a little bit out of
Every now and
where
again,
they
every
were.
now and again, he stops the arcane casting just to.
Architeuthis, what were you doing this morning? What were you up to?
I was poking about the library, looking for full disclosure, looking for means to kill a primordial.
Again?
Well, I know we did it last time, but I'd like to expedite the process, make it a little easier, less risky.
Which one?
You know the one.
All right, I was hoping it was that one and not one of the ones that doesn't have us on their shit list.
Oh well, I'm on his shit list. That's for sure.
Join the club. So what do you need for it? Basically, is it just the thing you were asking for, or thinking of asking?
No. So I was unable to find any information regarding making the process of ending a primordial's life simpler and easier. We know what to do once they're dead, of course, but getting there is a process. So afterwards, I've started searching for the means with which to protect myself from his vision. I rejected him, and I fear retaliation. I fear placing you all in the crossfire of his ire towards me, and I'd rather he not be able to track me in that regard.
Makes sense.
If it's any comfort, we already pissed him off.
By existing.
I suppose that is something of a comfort, though I believe mine might be a little bit more personal.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you are top of the shit list, but we were at least on the list, maybe in the footnotes. So,
I mean,
well,
you can.
I'd rather not have you all rise in station.
You can just probably talk to Adelan about it. I mean, he's basically killed a primordial before, temporarily.
Funny enough, in my searching for this information, I did get the name of a particular author who seems to specialize in primordial studies. One Arnold Gilliard.
Gilead, with an exasperated sigh of
I suppose that might be. I read the name. I didn't hear it pronounced. Bit of a recluse, it seems. No one's heard from him in a while.
Probably for very good reason. Anything else?
His last known whereabouts were outside the capital of Deepheart.
Yeah, that's the dude. That's the magic man simulacrum dude that I'm talking. He's dead.
Oh,
Yeah, he's very, very dead. His simulacrum, very alive and very talkative. But he himself is very dead.
Very
I
dead.
see.
He was. I think he was killed by the rot touched last time we talked about it with him.
Oh,
Probably. Yeah. Maybe that's why he was killed by them. But yeah. Well, I know we know where he is. My daddy and him used to run around together, so I can put in a good word for you when we go visit. And you can have a whole conversation with him. He also has an entire library of books about his adventures and shit. So, and it's like wall to wall to wall. There's 4 walls.
I know you can't
least.
see it right now because it's floating upwards. I'm drooling a little bit. That's quite a treat.
Non-bodies, you are such a nerd. All right. You and Feather will get along nicely. But yeah, no, we can make a pit stop. We gotta go back to Deepheart anyways. I need to go into the weird basement in my estate and see what the fuck is up with that. So, yeah. It'll be fun. I got a weird question for you, actually.
Fire away.
Do you know of a powerful magic user, Sicalian, by the name of Bysera?
Sarah. Hold on, let me pull it. Would that have been a name that popped up in my Sicalian notes?
That not any of the notes I've given you, but it is an interesting question. So roll for it. Roll a history check.
All right. It's a 19.
On a 19. Yes. You're not familiar with them on like a personal basis, but you know of their name. Absolutely. Foremost expert on archaeological dig sites, and specifically ancient cultures of the Black Ocean, the deeper oceans.
The name's crossed my paths a few times. My path a few times. Expert archaeologists, particularly ancient cultures, Black Ocean.
That's my mother.
I feel like our relationship is just kismet.
Well, it happens. I don't know what that word means, but I'm assuming it's good. Hopefully.
Sort of like a meant to be kind of self-fulfilling prophecy, from what I understand.
Fate, things lining up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's somewhere. My daddy went off to go find her, I think.
I
So
see.
you'll probably get to meet her
Unfortunately,
eventually.
I don't happen to know her whereabouts myself. Sorry if that's what you were looking for.
No, I was just curious if you knew anything about her besides what... I didn't know if you maybe knew anything interesting about her or what her reputation's like. So yeah.
Only from an
just-
academic perspective. I'm sorry.
That's still something. I mean, it makes sense. I did go on a lot of archaeological adventures as a child, so that makes sense. I also need to kill a babysitter eventually.
I gotta kill my babysitter.
I was so worried you were about to say you needed to kill a baby.
Oh my gosh, my child! We need to go visit my child.
Feather's gonna turn and point. Feather's gonna turn and point at you. Aha! I knew it!
When a child?
Well, you see, when somebody loves somebody,
Yes, do tell, please.
yes, when
Carry on.
somebody comes across a lovely little Sicalian child via, and then motions at Reaver, via introductions, and small Sicalian child, upon being promised, it's like, I could probably just make you into a princess. Her first response being, I shall behead all of my enemies. I have decided that is now an interest to me, and I am invested in her. So yeah, she's not my ward technically. I'm like her emergency contact. But it's also so then she doesn't get bullied anymore, because I don't want motions to Reaver. I don't want the two of us to hear that she's being bullied and then we have to go take care of it. I don't want to fight a teenager.
For sure.
They're scrappy.
Are you sure claiming this child in this capacity won't put her in further undue danger, or on a lesser scale, alienation?
I think she's stubborn enough to make it worth its while. I think she's also interesting. But no, I need people to go meet her and tell me if she has magic or if she's more martial fighter. Because if she's more magic minded, that's on these two, points to Feather and Marisol. While Marisol is futzing with candles and things, and Feather is summoning pet. Or if she's more martial-minded, then like the two of us got it handled, and it's like wildly motioning between herself and Reaver. So yeah, because she's a little Sicalian girl. She's very sweet. She has a little doll made of bits and bobs, and that endeared me immediately. And she's not frightened Reaver.
Speaking of which, when you do your tests, ignore the doll. I made that alive-ish. It has one of my fingers in it, so it doesn't break.
Wow. Horrifying.
What, Marisol? They ripped it, and I was like, no, that's not okay. So I used my bone dust and like teeth and like made it so it could repair itself, like I repair myself.
On that note, as we've bypassed the 2 hour mark, Feather's just going to go, aha! And then there's a brief pop and a flash, and he will turn around and just open up his hands, like, see? And that's where we're going to take a 15-minute break. And when we come back in 15 minutes, we will introduce Feather's familiar, who has already been introduced. He has been in 3 separate sessions.
I just wanted him back and was memeing on you for being dead twice now.
Don't go
Brown
anywhere,
needs a friend.
folks. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see you in 15 minutes after our break. Hello there, everybody. We are back for part 2 of our session of Fathoms Below. When we left off, Feather had just finished summoning. What he pops out of his hands is a little pseudo-dragon. But it's an articulated skeletal pseudo-dragon. It seems to be held together by like that kind of bluish green necrotic magic, and it also doesn't have its hind legs. So it just does that kind of like wing flap T-Rex arm body wiggle in the air. And he just kind of like, this is Rattle.
Hey, Crow.
Hello, Rattle.
Because when you pet him and he runs his hand down the spine and it does that kind of like that wee xylophone sound, he rattles.
I love him.
That's
so
perfect.
precious. This is gonna just go over to Groan and smoosh Groan's face. You need to be nice to Rattle. That's your cousin.
I don't think they're related.
I would like to hold the rattle.
Puts Rattle into your arms, and Rattle sits in your arms, but his hand does the snake thing. Not his hand, his lower body does the snake thing where it just wraps around your arm and around your wrist.
Incredible. I'm never giving him back.
He's my familiar. I kind of rely on him.
Yeah, but use it dating, so what's yours is theirs, and what's theirs is yours.
I think actually when you're in a relationship with Luce and Marisol, it's what's yours is theirs and what's theirs is theirs.
Oh, that reminds me.
It wasn't
Luce is
me.
currently. I need you to put your arms out for me.
Immediately pulls them closer. Why?
I have a present for you.
Puts his hand. This is right. I don't know why I'm nervous.
Close your eyes.
I have. Never mind. He closes his eyes.
I'm gonna slowly pull my blade to make a joke. Not getting any good, just gonna make like the blade scrape.
Luce is gonna put the bracers of defense on the Feather.
Feather has bracers of defense now. Awesome.
He probably has an AC of 12 now.
No.
14, I'm guessing. +2 to Dex. He's an elf.
No. Feather now has an AC of
13.
50
All right.
Look at him.
+3 to dexterity.
Okay.
And then Luce will, whenever they're done fastening everything together, Luce is just gonna boot Feather on the nose and be like, there you go. They're more suited to you than to me. I tried using them. I think I prefer my shield. And she's going to attune to her shield.
Feather will start the process of attuning to the bracers. And he will say, I didn't get you anything.
Oh, you got Marisol a friend.
Well, if I knew that's all it took, I would have started reanimating corpses a long time ago.
Like animal corpses, right? So give us pets.
I mean, a corpse is a corpse.
Alright, I'm fine with that. Alright, we are off to see
The
my
wizard.
ward.
A wizard.
Well, we don't know if she's a wizard. We're off to see the little princess. Reaver, lead the way. You know the way better than I do.
I know the way through walls, but okay. Let's see how this goes.
Hallways, please.
No, really? I thought I'd just go and then watch you fall into walls. Hey, Grant,
Alright.
you know the way through the hallways. Lead on.
Groin starts to move off down the hallways, and you guys are going towards the orphanage, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. When you eventually arrive at the orphanage, the kids are sitting down to breakfast. And as you all approach, you can see them all spotting you guys and kind of like waving over and starting to get a bit excitable because now there's not only you two, there's more people!
I'm going to loudly yell, breakfast first, then fun. You need to be strong.
At which point they will all sit down and start, behaving, eating breakfast.
Where is the nearest adult in charge?
The nearest adult in charge is a young deep elf, I say deep elf girl, young deep elf teenager, who will just kind of like swim over and be like, "Are you here to pick up anybody in particular?"
I actually wanted to know how my little ward was doing last night after we left and all that.
Lord.
Doing good?
Oh, you mean Amit? Oh, you're the one with Amit, right? So there was an incident yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Give me names.
So, we try to avoid doing that because parental retaliation and stuff.
They're orphans. They don't have parents.
I'm going to stand in front of this, Lewis. I'll handle this. What are their names?
Guys, they are children!
Feather actively takes a step back. Fucking hell!
I'm sorry for my zealous friend here.
We want to avoid parental retaliation. The motherfuckers are orphans. They don't have parents.
We want to teach them a lesson about camaraderie, so we need the names.
Team building.
Okay. She goes, right, well, suppose in that sense, two of the slightly older children, this is Bran not having names prepared.
Just describe them. You can just describe them, it's fine.
No, it's okay, I got it. Two merfolk by the name of Raylar and Vatan. Well, they overheard Amira talking about how she's now a princess, and well, they were quite nasty to her in return. Said that orphans aren't princesses because people care about princesses and nobody cares about orphans, especially not Amira. At which point Amira said, if you keep talking to me like that, I'll have my guards chop your head off. At which point Vatan and Raylar decided that they were going to draw on her face. And so they drew on her face. And she decided that a suitable retaliation for having her face drawn on was to lock them both in a supply cupboard for 6 hours.
That's kinder than I expected, actually.
Architeuthis is going to lean over to lose further alienation.
I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to just go to the room. Amira, Raylar, the other one, get over here.
The other one.
I am coming with Reaver. I don't know what is about to happen.
I think as Reaver's the one that steps forward, Feather will do the. Okay, maybe I should be at least within touching distance, you know, just to be in the. Reaver,
for Feather's knowledge,
remember,
as soon as the
they're
mention of the
children,
box-
not just short.
Yeah. No. As soon as the mention of the supply closet, that's Reaver's moment to move.
So, Raylar, Vatan, and Amira get up and swim over. Amira has like this look of like defiance, like, I don't care if you tell me I'm wrong, I'll do it again. Raylar and Vatan have got this very, we didn't do anything. But they swim over to you.
Yeah. How tall are they?
Dude, they're like 9.
No. I want to be able like, am I going to like go and sat cross knees? Am I going to like sit on my
they're
butt?
like, I'd say Raylar and Vatan being merfolk are about, I'll give you about 3.5 foot.
Okay.
Amira
so I'm going to crisscross applesauce.
Amira is already small for her age. She's about 2.5 feet tall.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, crisscross applesauce, so I can at least be like at a height level comfortable with them, so I don't have to like swim around and like keep them on track. I've had a report involving you three, and I would like to quash this problem. Now,
Immediately the three of them start shouting over each other, and that way kids do when they're trying to argue points.
okay, I'm going to take my hand off, and I'm going to hold it and just wave it until they like stop. This is the
Confused.
talking hand. While I hold this, I'm talking. If you want the talking hand, you may hold up a hand or a tentacle. No other choices.
Persuasion check.
Intimidation.
You're trying to intimidate children?
I don't have persuasion. It's the I'm being the stern parent here.
Okay, intimidation check.
My parental figures were captains. We didn't
Fair.
get soft.
Fair. Yeah, intimidation check then.
Everything. By the way, Architeuthis has distanced himself for this entire thing. He floated backwards
Like-
as this set off.
Feather did it first and then was like, oh my god, Reaver's gonna go yell at children.
Well, with a +7.
12.
+7.
I don't want to yell at them too
Okay.
loud. I'm also waving a hand about, so like, eh.
Raylar immediately shuts up. Vatan gives you a look of pure boredom.
Okay.
Vatan rolled a 19 on the dice.
Yeah, that's fine.
With a +1. No, sorry, +0. Yeah, +0. Commoners. Common trash. Peasant. He will look at you and then just like, you're not even like one of the order. Like, you're not in charge here.
I will show him the badge.
Okay, I know where they put them. I could find one.
Okay. Well, actions will speak louder than words then, that's fine. Go ask your historians what happened yesterday when you have the time. Anyway, my point being, I'm talking, be quiet. Were you all not here for my conversation about camaraderie and working together?
Yeah, so?
So let me tell you how the inverse now works. If you don't work together with those who are in your similar situation, how do you find that anyone will trust you?
What's an
Amara,
inverse?
I'm going to turn them upside down.
It's like an upper. Oh,
Oh,
well.
I love Reaver using words children don't understand. What does that mean? Fucking upset. Just leave.
Yeah, just go like that.
You do that. The kid panics and Feather just like. Inverse is a word for opposite. And just looks at Feather with a look that's like, dude, stop picking up children.
Them. Anyway, you've both done wrong, and that includes you, Amira.
What did I do? All I did was make it sure they couldn't be, drawing on my face anymore.
Mm-hmm. For 6 hours.
I forgot.
If you are going to lead, punishments should be just and not forgotten or extended. You must be fair.
I was fair.
You were overmuch.
I disagree.
And that is why you need people by your side. You two chuckleheads.
I really
What
thought
they
he
are
was going to
saying-
go, you two chuckle fucks.
I really thought
They're
so.
children!
Oh, yeah, you can spin a child around upside down, but, God forbid you swear at them.
I point to me being the fairground ride for them earlier.
Fair.
Yeah.
Can we let children play on him now that he has a loaded harpoon gun?
I don't think that would be safe, but I think he can also just take that part off, most likely.
So, you turn to Raylar and Vatan.
Yeah. They are not joking. That's Melusine Glimmertide. I'm their bodyguard. They are in fact nobility. We will in fact be giving them a princeship. Now, you say people don't care about orphans. I have put money into this orphanage. I fought for this orphanage in that battle that you heard outside. I come and visit you and make sure that you guys are okay. I care. You know who else cares? The Glimmertines. Do you know who else cares? The people who work here. Do you know who else cares? The people around you, if you aren't terrible to them. You have been given a bad hand, yes. You have been given choices that weren't your own to make. But that doesn't mean you can't make your own choices be better than what you think. You bullying Amira may make your pain feel a little bit better now, but all you're doing is repeating a cycle. You're saying that you deserve pain, or to give pain. You will never be welcomed if all you do is give pain. Do you want to be welcomed by others?
They're like sniffling at this point, rubbing their nose and like, yes.
Then find common laws. You have a horrible example in front of you, but that doesn't have to be the defining factor. What hobbies do you like?
Raylar will be like, I like to hate things.
Okay.
Luce gets visibly excited.
Please, we count one child at a time. I'm begging you.
Yeah, Feather turns around and is like you've already adopted one. Cannot do more. Vatan is then going to go, I like to read. Feather is like,
Okay.
let's hear him.
No! No!
Okay. So, let me give you a wonderful example. Rayla, you like to hit things. So do I. Do you know what princesses need? Bodyguards.
So I'm her bodyguard.
You could be.
If they trusted you, yes.
Okay.
I feel so bad. Not the name is not saying in my head. Taran? Varen?
Vatan.
Vatan, thank you.
Vatan.
I felt so bad. Vatan, you like to read. Do you know what princesses need?
What?
Wise scholars. So when they make stupid punishments, someone can be like, I hear they need punished. Maybe don't go this far. And then giving them the ability to be a good ruler. By you two not being terrible, you can help make sure Amera isn't terrible to a lot of people. You can make sure other people in your situation, when you grow up to be like us and older and have power, have better lives. But if you start doing this nonsense here, then you will do nothing but keep the cycle the same.
So, she really is like a princess?
She's
She is-
gonna be.
Yeah.
So does that mean like a king or a queen is going to adopt her?
Holds it loose. However, I want to make something very clear to you. That doesn't matter because they're being adopted. If someone is not adopted, that does not make them less. Some of my best friends didn't have parents, but they were the best people I ever knew, and I miss them deeply.
Feather will speak up and go, in fact, where I'm from, we don't have parents. We're born and then...
Ever?
No. In Yulna, specifically in Winter's Heart, when two people of a similar intellectual capacity decide they want to have a progeny, they will come together, have a child, and then the child is raised by the academies. If they have magical capabilities, then they're sent to the White Library. But I'm decently powerful. And also, you think it's impressive having a princess? I'm gonna be married to the one making her a princess. See? He's gonna look at Vitan and be like, smart guys.
Now, Amira, is there anything you would like to say to these two?
Disobey me again and I will decapitate you?
No.
Your sins are forgiven?
Are we?
Yes.
Better. Keep going.
Next time I will make sure your punishment only lasts an hour?
No.
Close.
She's gonna roll her eyes. Sorry, I locked you in the supply closet for 6 hours.
There you go. But also, you forgive them for their sins.
Their transgressions will be forgiven this one time.
No.
Why is this
They
child,
have been pardoned.
Why is this child a secret KGB spy?
I don't know. This is your
You
choice.
forget-
I don't know what's happened to Amira at this point. She started off cute and now she's like, I am a member of the KGB.
The power of the power has gone to her head.
Now,
All right.
you need to be a good ruler, which means you need humility. If you can't say your own wrongs, how can anyone follow you when you're right?
I did have humility. They were humiliated.
I'm not smart enough to explain that difference.
means.
You need to be humble. You need to be, like, you can't be above everybody. Especially if you're going to inherit from me. 'Cause I'm not all high up and uppity and treating people badly because they're not royal, noble nonsense. You gotta treat people with kindness and all of that. So you need to, if you want to be a leader and a ruler, you got to earn it, and you got to get the love of the people. You have to get the people's favor through justifiably good means, not by manipulation or by fear.
Fear and manipulation are so much easier.
Or by bribery.
Or bribery.
The hand behind me is just gonna give a I'm gonna put my hand behind me, 2 thumbs up, like, yeah, I forgot that one.
Yeah, now you gotta be just. You have to be just and kind. You have to lead by example. And what this world does not need more manipulation, more humiliation, more cruelty. Because that's how you become a bad person. You don't want to become a bad person. You want to become a good example. Also, if you're going to have a station of leadership, you need trusted compatriots. I used that word right? Correctly, Feather?
You did very good.
Feather's just at the background like, you're doing so good, baby.
You need to have basically your advisors. You need to have people that you can trust. You need to have people that you can rely on. That you can...
You need at least 2 brain cells.
Yeah, that also. But...
Continue.
And then Luce is going to motion to the rest of the children in the orphanage. You have like-minded individuals who've come from many different walks of life, who all have probably stories they can tell. I imagine there's probably maybe most of the languages in the 9 bodies in this room that people could probably speak and or remember.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to learn from them, because then that will make you well-rounded. I, for example, I speak 3 languages, not including Common. And that's just because...
Is that a lot of languages?
Yes. Most people just speak 2. Common and whatever language that they were spoken to growing up. I got lucky. I was spoken to in 2 different languages, and then I learned one just because. I thought it sounded pretty. And then Luce is going to turn to the 2 merfolk children and speak to them in Murish. You do not have to believe that no one loves you, because obviously I do. I care about all of you. I am invested in all of you who are here. I'm invested in the 2 of you being able to have happy lives. And I want you to grow up to be kind people who are strong and who will make the 9 bodies a better place to live.
Feather's looking at Marisol for a translation here.
You're doing great.
She'll then speak to Amir and Sakalian. You do not need to be cruel. You do not need to be close-minded. You do not need to be someone who is ruling with an iron fist, because then people will incite rebellions against you, and while you will try to squash them, they will always come back. History will tell you that again and again and again. Learn from history. Be kind. Be kind, be firm. Be the example. And then switching back into common. But you know, maybe just learning a couple languages, just a party trick. It's good with connecting people. Plus, you can learn some very fun stories, some very fun songs, and some very fun words.
The kids kind of look at each other and then like, okay, we will be nicer.
Wonderful. Luce is gonna then look towards the poor teenager, set to breakfast duty.
Mm-hmm.
You should probably consider. I know it's probably not your occupational obligation. You should probably consider giving them some kind of teamwork building exercises to promote basically no infighting. I recommend dancing. Dancing's really good. Keeps you quick on your feet. You can find out a lot about a person by dancing with them. I would also probably recommend. Oh gosh, what's that game that people play? Settling arguments with like boulder parchment shears. Basically, settle your conflicts that way. It's very quick, very simple.
Fela looks very confused. He's like, we use debate to solve our disagreements.
You can also do that, maybe.
He gets very excited. I could teach them structured debate.
Now, if you need more funding, I can help procure that. But one thing I would like to suggest to your entire temple for these kids, give them chores, but not like work chores. If they want to learn how to hit things better, have them like help the soldiers clean armor and then earn training. If they want to read books, have them help put scrolls away and then learn skills. And then when they're all too tired to be grumpy at each other, they will come.
Did Kyle freeze?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
But it was just me.
I was worried my internet went out for a second, but no.
I was
So
too,
was
and I'm like,
I panicked. I was like,
like,
"Huh?"
You
Like,
back up.
and share stories and build community.
Oh, there we go. You froze.
You froze.
I was wondering, and then I heard Danny for a second go, I thought my internet went out. I was like, did mine? And then gone again. What was the thing I said last?
We heard they will
They'll
come.
be too tired.
Sick. There will come a time where they're too tired after doing these chores, and they will come together for community, sharing these stories, and become stronger. And if they need more of an adjustment of knowledge, tell them our history. Because we go after the bad people.
And for what it's worth, I'm also an orphan, and I feel like I've done pretty well so far.
Points at Marisol.
I was an orphan for like 60 years, and then that undid itself.
Further, we'll look at Archie. Care to share your parental status?
I was gonna ask. I never established what happened with my if anything happened to my parents. Like, did you do anything?
Not with the childhood.
Okay.
Ominous.
I childhood grew up with my parents.
Oh, no, I'm kidding.
What? Wait, you had like a normal childhood? Ugh. I thought you were a warlock.
Oh, that happened later.
Everybody knows warlocks and rogues can't have normal parents. That's like saying a sorcerer can be a well-established member of society, like, or that a paladin is not secretly a kinky freak. I'm just saying. If your character's a paladin, they ain't vanilla.
Fair.
Similar, if you're a wizard, if you play wizards, if your character is a wizard, whatever, you're a freak. You're a freak. You're a freak. You're a freaky freak.
I will reveal nothing. You will get nothing from me.
I'm throwing myself underneath the bus here, right? You're a freak. If you're a ranger, you enjoy being outside far too much. Not like normal outside, I mean like you enjoy doing like you get excited about going grocery shopping. Like you're that kind of outside. Like as long as there's fresh air, you're involved. If you play a cleric, then you've definitely got unresolved religious trauma.
Please leave me alone. Yes, I did, in fact, go to Catholic school. We don't have to unpack that right now.
If you play a barbarian or a fighter, you've got all the unbridled rage of a pair of bunny slippers. Like,
Damn
yeah,
right.
so- Diamond's character. Diamond. Great. So we've traumatized some orphans.
We've taught them a valuable lesson about friendship and building a council.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the worker. What is your name?
What is it with you fuckers and wanting people's names? Fucking.
I'm sorry, I'm a GM. I know being respectful to people.
Her name is Lanaya. There we go, Lanaya.
Do you want a more permanent reminder for this lesson?
I'm only here to help until I am allowed to go home
That's
to
fine.
depart.
No, you are not in trouble. I'm saying, if they have started, like, because we won't be here for a while. I'm going to say that quietly. Do you want a reminder to help keep them on the right path and memory?
If you think it'll help, yeah. But I mean, I ship out of here in like 3 days.
Nice. I wish you the best of luck in your adventures.
Do you have somewhere to go in Deep Heart?
I've been assigned to help out a certain group there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the name Moradin by any chance?
No.
I got one better. You know the name Coldo?
No.
Insight check.
Okay.
Not good at insight.
Neither of us are. 7.
12.
Sick.
12.
As far as you can tell, her body language is fairly honest. She doesn't know either of these names.
Alright. Well, as long as you got somewhere to go and you got somewhere to be and you got somewhere to stay and put a roof over your head. Make sure.
We have barracks in Deep Heart.
How long will you possibly be in Deep Heart? Indefinitely?
For the foreseeable future, at least, yeah.
Alright. If you just leave a location for me to maybe come say hi. I might have an offer for you, if you don't mind some house sitting.
Okay.
Such. In the future. If you don't want to do what you were sent there to do and you need something else to do.
Okay. You were going to give a more permanent reminder.
Yes. I need a nail.
Like a fingernail or like a hammer?
Like a hammer nail. Or like binding or something, or like a little bit of rope.
Feather will just kind of take a piece of like some hempen rope he has, and he will untwist the end of it so that it comes out into like the frayed ends.
Yes, perfect.
And then pull a strand of that off and hold it out to you.
I'm going to take off my helmet.
Cool. Not terrifying.
And then I'm going to... Yep. I'm going to then tie it above the door and say, I am always keeping an eye on you guys, making sure you're safe and behaving.
Okay. So basically, in order to not traumatize these children, you took your head off and then did an "I'm watching you, Wazowski, always watching." Awesome.
Yeah, they know how Rekborn work.
Yeah. Though, okay, they tie it to the door frame of the entryway.
Yep.
Your head is now hanging in an orphanage.
Yeah.
That's it. No further explanation. Just
They can ask questions if they want.
you now have no head. They have a head.
They have a helmet. It's not my. We know I don't have a head. That's the point.
Yeah, but they don't know that. They just think you've taken your head off. Okay. Does anybody else have anything they would like to do inside the orphanage at this time?
No, that was it. It just ends up being that like Luce just gives suggestions on team building exercises.
Okay.
It's basically just dancing, having them play like games together, like normal like recess games. Like Red Rover.
What's Red Rover?
Red Rover send somebody over where all the kids stand in a line, and it's 2 lines of children, and they pick somebody to try to run through and break through the arms. And if they don't break through the chain, they have to join that side.
Oh, British Bulldog.
But if they do, they
But less
British
bullying.
Bulldog.
Yeah.
British Bulldog.
less violence.
British Bulldog, but instead of that, instead of a chain of people, we have 2 people, and somebody has to run through one wall to the other, and if you catch them, you can beat them up.
Oh,
Less to catch them to beat them up. It's more the person you're catching has to touch the ground, like on their back.
Think of
They have ways of choosing how to get there.
Think of every single game. Think of every single game that you played at recess, right? We had the exact game, but somewhere there was a stipulation that you could beat each other up. That's just Scottish playground games. Have you ever heard of the famous game Hide and Seek? Well, we have a Scottish version. It's called Hunt the Cunt.
Of course it is.
No, it's
If you
Yes.
find
No.
if you
Yes,
find
it
it,
is.
so if you find the person you're looking for, you get to beat them up for 30 seconds.
They're supposed to give you a letter
30.
as well.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
you're supposed to spell a sentence.
There's supposed to be a word or a sentence if you've got enough players, and everybody gets a letter, and you're supposed to find people and beat them up until they give you their letter.
well, not that version. Let's go with
No.
the non-violence versions
Okay.
of children's games. Luce is just trying to basically be like, I need these kids to get along. I need these kids to do team building because this is gonna be like the council in like 20 years. It's gonna be in charge of some dominion.
I also call out Brandon like, you're gonna do this, but like, yes, remember, the running joke is Reaper cannot deal with children well. He's
Yeah.
good with kids, but he's still like not like a good parent. Like, oh, this is gonna terrify him. It's like, there you go. Do good morals, be good people.
Before leaving
Yes.
the orphanage, Feather is going to look to the rest of you as the group kind of gathers back up and then say, so I don't get any magical signature coming from Amera, but that Vatan child, there's a certain spark of something there. But it's not like a learned connection or a given connection. It's an innate connection. It's what we would call a sorcerer.
Well, that sounds like you're in Marisol's domain.
Absolutely not.
Magic's magic.
No. So Marisol's magic is given magic. It is magic given by the domain of the god or deific entity that she follows. My magic is scholar's magic. I studied magic. and I learned how to weave magic as a formula. Sorcerers do what me and Marisol do by accident. They are directly connected to the weave.
A lot of magic words, and I'm magically stupid, so
Okay.
I'm gonna just trust you on that one.
How do I...
We had to do things to get our powers. He got his powers for free.
Oh, okay. Well, everyone get real invested in these children's livelihoods because they're going to be our responsibility once we solve the state of the nonsense we're in.
We're going to adopt so many children.
There's a
I already
lot
put down
of
half our funds
children.
in before.
What do you mean you put half of our funds in?
The first time I came here, when they were asking if they need anything, like, you gave me all the money. No one's ever used it for anything sensible, except stealing armor by accident, staring at Marisol. So yes, I used the money for something good.
Well, wherever we're going next after this, we need to find like a bounty or something we can cash in on, so we
I'm
can
down.
replenish those coffers.
Why don't we just go rob a certain silverfish?
That's also an option.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Robbing from the evil in order to facilitate our own good.
Yeah.
Could you two
Archie-
falling back on your pirate lifestyle again?
Architeuthis, do you
Very nice.
fancy robbing a crime boss?
I can't say I've ever had the pleasure, but wouldn't be opposed.
If it
Be
helps,
nice
he's
to
also a
perhaps do some
dick.
good.
Oh, such a
Give
dick.
this power to some good for once.
So, fun fact. They're not a he. They have a voice that, when it was just it's not a he. And they have one of these, and I'm just gonna tap the belt.
Oh,
Well then.
Yeah, this is not a easy thing we're gonna go do, but we're gonna go do it. Just a heads up.
At least we're having that talk with Pyrrhus before we go do that.
Mhm.
So hopefully whatever we get from that boon situation will greatly be in our favor.
As you say that, Chimerius will speak in all of your minds, requesting your presence. And he will send you directions to the main hall of the temple. As it is now time to choose what your boon shall be.
As we go there, Bran, those spooked guards that I keep bullying,
Yes.
do I pass them?
Nah.
Damn. Do I pass a guard? Any guard?
Yeah.
Cool. I will hold out the badge. And the name of the Glibbertides, I need to borrow your helmets. And then I'm going to use it as my new head.
Okay. Awesome.
Just so people have something to look at, because I know people get weirded out with their headless monster.
You put the helmet on. It looks dashing.
We're coming from the orphanage right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna hang back slightly in there and wait for everyone else to clear out. And I'm actually going to approach Mira on the side.
Okay.
My compatriots seem interested in whether or not you'll take up the arcane arts or if you'll pursue more martial interests. I'm not sure if any of them have asked. What would you prefer?
I like to hit things.
Yes! That's my girl!
Martial interest it is. That's good to hear. I'm glad. Listen, you've been you were given royalty rather quickly, and that comes with its own bevy of strings and people, all of them wanting. It's all going to be simple now, but you can see how even as this early, it's resulted in complications in your day-to-day life. If this is something you choose to pursue, people are going to want many things from you. They're going to want to use your powers and your influence to their advantage. And I want to tell you not to let them. Any power you have is yours to do with as you please. Don't let anyone control you. Be who you are, and just be good at it.
Okay, I will try my hardest.
Good. Keep those words in mind. This is awkward. I'm not used to speaking to children. I'm gonna go now. You have a lovely rest of whatever it is until I see you again.
Okay, you too, Mr. Tentacle Man.
And I swim away. And I catch up with the others.
Before we leave completely, Lucy's gonna go up to her and just be like, "And Sakalian, would you like a hug?"
Yeah.
All right. Do you want me to pick you up and hug you?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucy's going to, just because she's very small, Lucy's going to pick her up by, like, armpits, and then full on hug her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lucy's tentacles basically go and, like, smoosh her cheeks in the hug.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to basically whisper in her ear, "You are going to be very great at whatever you decide to do. And I have the utmost trust in you to make wise choices while I am away. I'm going to check in with you as much as I can. And as soon as I am done saving the world, we are going to have a beautiful home together." Please know that our family is very complicated, but I will teach you the history, and we will be all right. They're a bunch of weirdos.
She would just smile at that and be like, "That's okay. I'm a bit of a weirdo."
That is why you were my favorite. And then he's gonna put her down, pat her on the head, boop her on the nose, and then tell her, "Now go pick out which one of your friends you want to assign to be basically your intelligence people, who are going to be more knowledgeable about books and things. Find out which ones like magic, and who are going to be your magic-minded people, and then figure out which ones you are going to basically be in combat with alongside, and figure out which ones you sync up best with whenever you dance together.
Okay.
Next time I come visit, we will go over everything and come up with a plan."
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay, sweet girl.
She will
And
swim back.
then whenever we pass those guards that Reaver likes to bully, Luce is going to leave a message with them to basically tell, "Oh god, I forgot the elf's name with the clipboard."
Lanera? Lanera?
No, the one who was the head of the project manager, basically, for triage.
Good question. Also, we didn't find the ones I bullied. I just picked a random guard. I need that helmet because people are weird.
Just whichever guard whose helmet you didn't take.
That's
Luce is going to tell them to basically leave a message and write out a note, basically, and sign it with, like, Lady Mellow's seen Glimmertide, telling that Sea Elf that they should look into possibly teaching any kind of, like, how things actually work in the temple to these children.
Okay.
Children are good for morale. And then off to Chimeras.
Is everybody else just following to speak to Chimeras?
Yeah.
Yepers.
I know it's a little bit early, but we would be verging into having 25 minutes left. And I don't think 25 minutes is going to cut this, not for everybody to get the thing over that they want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that we'll end our session there. I know it's 25 minutes early, but if we end it there, it means at the beginning of the next session we can open with you guys getting your boons, and we can give that the time it deserves. Okay? Cool. So we are going to end our session there. Thank you very much to everybody that came to see us. If you like what you saw, you should go and check out the rest of the cool sessions that we have on. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And every single one of them is just really freaking great. So you should definitely come and see it. We also have social medias. You should go and follow all of them. We're not really active on our Twitter/X, so you can just kind of give that one a pass if you want to. But Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, all that jazz, we're everywhere at World Tree Quest. You can find us all, and you'll also be able to find me at Oops All Brands. I don't do much at the moment, but I'm trying to get better. With that, I'm going to pass over to my players and allow them to plug themselves, and then we'll get into discussing MVP for today's session. So, what was the face for?
the MVP thing's new.
No, we talked about that before. This is just the first time we've done it.
Oh. My
Speaking of which,
brain is so...
Kyle, anything you want to plug?
I will be at PAX East if you want me to run games for you as a GM instead of a player. Chaos and creativity that I pull out with. If you think it's bad as a player in the sense of, oh, what the fuck? Come see it as a GM. I will happily run through your chaos and give you wonderful chaos in the sense of, you think you want this. Let's see how it turns out. I am for hire for playtests. I currently am just wrapping up a playtest for a company that I've just done. And that'll be coming out soon. And the other stuff I can't talk about, but my name should hopefully be more, shall we say, out there and or possibly publicized in the near future. We will see.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Kyle. Pat, anything for you at all?
I'm Patrick Diamond of Diamond Quality Cosplay. You can find me on Instagram under that name or TikTok under Diamond Quality Clips, where I'm trying to be a little bit more active these days. You're going to see me at Gen Con this year for the first time, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, I don't have too much to announce.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you at a Gen Con one day, bud. Moving along, I'm going to go right on to Diamond. Anything that you have at all? Anything you want to plug?
Hi, I'm Madness Diamond, but since you're friends now, you can call me Diamond. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me everywhere at Madness Diamond, at least on the places that matter. I do a lot of things in the space. I am God's assistant here on World Tree Quest. Because that's what I do. I run admin for a bunch of different channels. I run admin for a bunch of different communities as well. So if you have a project in mind where you need a producer, a director, or someone to help you build a cast, slide in my DMs respectfully, and I can maybe add some sparkle and shine to whatever project you've got going on. I'm also a setting writer who has 2 projects coming out hopefully this year with my name attached to it. It's really cool. And you can find me here. Basically, this is one of the main live streams I'm on. And then if you like the sound of my lovely voice, you can find me on the Everbright Archive, where I play either Jemmy Horde, the curator of epics, or I play Lysandra Agni in the current season run by Sphinx Akasha, our lovely current champion of bards, alongside Bardic Sweet Tea and then Bernie Ursa, where we are playing through Fabula Ultima. And I play Lysandra Agni, Misfortune's Flame, a Volpertinger, who has 10 levels in Necromancy and a bunch of other levels in some magic shit. Who also has a Hellhound. It's a little bit of a spoiler because we're not there yet on the episodes that are published. But we are wrapping up Sphinx's season. We have a couple more episodes to film and pre-record, and then they'll be edited and put out for you. But you can find that everywhere at the Everbright or the Everbright Archive. All the links are in my beacons, which is beacons.ai/MadnessDiamond. And you can find all the fun little doodads in all the places that I am. If you want to come say hi, or if you want to book me for any kind of writing gig, or if you would like a little bit of help with your actual play production things. And if you keep an eye on my socials, I will also be at PAX East. I'll be working with Project Hedron at their booth. So if you want to come say hi, maybe look at some games and hear about what Project Hedron is, I'll be more than happy to talk to you. I will also be at Gen Con, where I might be running some games again. I might be working a game room or two, and I'll be around. But also, I am running a fundraiser event, probably closer to June or July, under my Foundations of Iridescence, where all the benefits will go to TTRP Give putting on their charity event the Wednesday before Gen Con. So, to help fund the booking of the venue and a couple of other things. So, looking for people to collaborate on that and who would want to lend their aid to that project. So, that's everything for me.
Fantastic, thank you very much, Diamond. And last and most certainly not least, Denny. Anything you'd like to plug at all, Denny?
Hi, you can find me on TikTok at Lawless Aries Cosplay. I have not posted on there in a while, but I am planning on posting on there because I am going to be doing a series about making my own wedding bands, which will be super fun. And if you like the idea of jewelry made by a nerd like me, you can find my jewelry at Magpie Finds Jewelry on Etsy. And that's it.
Fantastic, thank you very much for that, Denny. Getting right into it, so how the MVP works, this is the first time that we've done it. You can nominate anybody for MVP. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate another player, you can nominate the DM if you think they did an exceptionally good job. It's up to you. The winner gets a portrait roll. For those who don't know what a portrait roll is, you roll a d20, whatever that number is, keep a note of it. And you can swap any d20 roll for that number. You can only have one of them at a time, so if you get MVP 2 weeks in a row, you have to pick which of the portents you want to keep. So, I'm going to start it off. It was a toss-up between either Kyle or Diamond for me this week. Because of the genuinely nice wee conversation with the kids. But I think the tipping point is going to, the way you did that, it was as if you were trying to bribe me with Sour Patch Kids that I can't eat because I'm on a screen. But I am going to say, to me, the edge is going to get pipped out by Diamond. So I'm going to give my vote to Diamond. Pat, who do you want to shoot your vote towards?
I put my vote towards. I really like the conversation with the children, and gently scolding them, or as gentle as Reaver can be. I think that was really nice.
Okay, so we got a vote for Diamond and a vote for Kyle. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Pat. Denny.
It is a tough toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
I might also say Kyle for the very nice words, but then also the terrifying moment of leaving your head behind to watch a bunch of children.
Was also good. We'll give you that. Was good. Okay, so we got 1 for Diamond, 2 for Kyle. Diamond, who would you like to vote for?
Kyle.
Okay.
I'm not voting for myself.
Why not? You're allowed to vote for yourself if you think it's a genuine vote, if you think you deserve it.
No, Kyle basically being like, yeah, Reaver's gonna turn this child upside down. I'm like, that's the way I handle children. I relate to this.
Okay, fantastic.
Also, the weapon. The scorpion weapon is also really badass.
Yeah, the bolt launcher is really cool.
And he made a doodle of it!
Yeah, I
he
did
made a
make a
little
doodle of it.
doodle. We're gonna put that on merch.
I'd buy it.
I'd sign it.
Awesome. So that means that Kyle is our MVP. But just out of curiosity, Kyle, who would you have given your MVP to?
Denny.
Denny.
Yeah.
Because Denny gave a perfect counter. Like, so this is something I've been thinking like the whole campaign. I got to pick this session. Like, people go like, "Oh, it wasn't the strongest session," but they're not realizing the background context. Denny has delivered every single session what I've tried to do, but that have been put into more of the limelight, and I want to give that like shout out of respect. Denny has not got into a scene that is like as a hop-in moment or like passing on without delivering a clear point either for narrative, character growth, or historical relevance. Example being today, like Denny being like, "Hey, I was an orphan too." That is something from like session 1 and 2 that if our newer viewers haven't seen, has like relative like, "Oh, that's interesting to learn." But it's also then calling back to the original story. It's calling back to at a poignant moment. It's not just being like, "Hey, look at me, I have this thing." It's relative to the point, and it delivers more gravitas. It's because yes, oh, this is true to Denny's story, but it now tells the orphan not only, "Hey, is the princess getting picked?" But if you aren't picked, it comes down to that you can still do great things. Look where I am, because Archie / as instead of like wants to give that offer, but he isn't an orphan. He just went and joined like pirates and like all of it. But Denny's like living, breathing, like, "Hey, believe in yourself," and that's all they said. They didn't like grandstand. They were like, "Hey, I'm this. Look what I've done," and they're letting their actions speak for them. And Denny has done that so much in this campaign. So no, that's an immediate shout out.
Okay, awesome. Well, either way, Kyle, you are today's MVP. Well done. So you got a portrait roll. See what you get, and you keep a note of that somewhere. You can share it or not. It's up to you.
Fuck it, I'm gonna roll. Oh wait, no, I can't roll that. That's because too many numbers. My partner got me an alphabet dice, and I was like, that was the one that was on my deck. Yeah, like.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So I was like, that's close enough to a D20. He's like, no, there's 26 numbers on that, Kyle. Don't do that. That is in fact cheating. I got a 9.
We have a 9. It's a fairly middle ground one.
Listen, that saved me from a 1.
Yeah, it saves you from a nat 1, but it can also save an enemy from a critical hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, remember, you can use that for any dice roll, whether it's yours, somebody else's, or mine's.
Oh, okay. Now I'm more like, oh,
So
no,
like,
you should not
so
give me
like,
this power.
and so like, you swing at somebody. Oh, that's a nat 1. Nah, swap that for a 9. At least I have a shot at hitting. Or it can be party member. Oh shit, I nat 1'd on that saving throw. Here, have the 9. You might still fail. At least it's not a critical fail. Or it could be
cool.
an
I'm
enemy.
never using my portent for me.
It could be an enemy. I rolled a nat 20. No, you rolled a 9. That it can be that kind of thing. So any roll of a d20 ever, you can swap it for a 9.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
And with that being it from my players and that being it from me, well then that's it from us. Thank you very much for coming to see us today, folks. I've been your DM of Doom, not Son of Asgard, I've been Son of Asgard in a long time. Oops, all brands here, or World Tree Quest on Twitch and YouTube. And with me today we have had Just Kyle, we have had Diamond Quality Cosplays, we've had Madness Diamond, and we've had Lawless Ares cosplay. From all of us here at World Tree Quest, good night, stay safe, always remember to be nice to orphans, because one of them could lock you in a storeroom for 6 hours if you're not nice. And also, don't pull a finny. Good night, folks. Good night.